T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Now tell me, yo, hey girl, it's LadyChann rep nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Chan, the weekly wrap-up show in the building. Tell me if you can hear my shit. Yeah, can you hear it? Yeah, you all can hear it. All right, good. All right, so does my mic sound nice? Chickadee check 1, check 2. Does my mic sound nice? Does my mic sound nice? Do I sound like a mic top? Yeah, I can see you in the background. Yeah, I sound like a mic top. Cool. Yeah, we in the building. Let me get this. Hope you lot have had a good day. Let's get it on and popping. Let's get the other banner. My social media handles are at LadyChann, LadyChann. Do not spell my name with one N. It really annoys me because that's not what my name is. Okay, and Cash App at # at LadyChann. Yeah, so let's get this VERGIL ORTIZ business in the building. Okay, so let me get the banner up. Okay, so it's been hot. It's been hot in London last couple of days. Got another little mini heat wave that's embarking on us yet again. But hey, Virgil. I should do this really before because I cannot see. My keys like disappear. Like I really can't see them. One sec. Crazy. It's crazy. Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz v. Bud Crawford. Crawford. Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford. Crawford. Where's that little thingy thingy? I guess I'll just use the / Michael McKinson. Shouts out to Michael McKinson, man. Shouts out to him. Hang on. Michael McKinson, Don King, Robbery. You know, old Don Ray. Don't stop. 91 years young. Still robbing Marvos. Allegedly. Okay, so the weekly wrap up show. I would like to say thank you to certain people that have goaded my attention to certain things. It's being dealt with. Round of applause to you guys. Thank you very much. And to the person, you know, this is what's en route. Don't fuck with a bitch. Never. Anyway, okay. So let me just see what I've got in the building. Hang on, let me put this link up as well. Let me put that up. Sorry. Hope you guys have had a really great day. I've had a decent day. I really woke up really late. I can't even tell you what time I woke up because it's crazy. It was like I must have needed to catch up on sleep. Hang on. So let me just pin the link in the chickadee chat. Just make sure that my mic. Let me hear actually. Do I sound like that? pin that. Pin the link in the chickadee chat. Yeah, I might. Just make sure that my mic. All right. And let's do the roll call for the members first and foremost. We got Lisa Bales in the build. Dizin. We got Stephen T in the build. Dizin. Thank you for being a member, sir. We'll call out another member, AJ in the build. Dizin. We'll call out Mark Nash in the build. Dizin. Thank you for being a member, sir. We'll call out Dr. P in the build. Dizin. Thank you for being a member, sir. Also, we'll call King Rong the Don, Ronald Finkley in the build. Dizin. Thank you for being a member, sir. We will call out, who else have we got? There's a few more as well. And they've slipped my, oh yeah, how can I forget my Haplo? Thank you for being a member in the build. Dizin. Il negro primero, ya tú sabes. We've got a few more members. I'm sorry, those were the ones that were at the very top of my head. Oh yeah, we got Donald Banks, he's a member in the build. Dizin. Thank you, Donald Banks, for being a member. We've got a few more, you know. Oh yeah, New Media Today. No, wrong one. New Media Today USA Boxing, Coach Malachi in the build. Dizin. Thank you for being a member, sir. We got more. And those that I forgot, I will shout you out if I see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member in the build. Dizin. Okay. Now, am I lit? Am I lit? Liddy again. Yo, she's Liddy again. All of my people were lit. There was someone else that I know. Okay, so shouts out to y'all in the build. Dizin. I see y'all pulling up. So, hey, Donald. Hey. So, without further ado, hey, Stephen. Yeah, okay. Mic sounds fly. Chickadee check 1, check 2. My mic sounds fly. All right. So, right. Introducing the co-host. I'm introducing. Introducing. The man with a plan. It's Kenny Ken. What up, though? All lovers will be. Just wait right there. I do see you, so let's go.
Good evening, everyone. I muted myself.
You muted yourself?
Good evening, everyone. It's been a good weekend. As you know, I was at the Commonwealth Games yesterday, boxing. I saw all our prospects. I saw a great day for Northern Irish boxing. They won most of the boxing medals in the final. Scotland won a medal, a gold medal. Wales did. 2, the heavyweight, we've seen Lewis Williams, won the gold.
Any English ones?
English. Yeah, he's from England. He won the gold. And the super heavyweight champion is Delicious Aurier, born in Russia, but moved to England when he was 6. He started boxing when he was 19. And now at the age of 25, he's got his first medal. Last year, he got a bronze. So, great day for British boxing.
Round of applause for the UK. We always dominate amateur boxing. We dominate.
You know one thing I've noticed about
that's where we do shine. Leave us alone.
You know what? You know why? You could tell the difference in the sort of like pedigree, like British boxers, the Irish, the Welsh. They all fought long range and caught the fighters coming in. Right. So it's a good fight. But also at Sheffield, we had the all Sheffield derby between O'Mason and Dalton Smith. Dalton Smith won by a stoppage in the 5th round. So it's been a good day for British boxing. Obviously, poor old Michael McKinson of Pompey.
Oh, I love that. Do you know what? I'm a big advocate for Michael McKinson. I have been. people that know me have seen me on various platforms. I did always sing his praises, and I shall continue to sing. Where's the other banner? Yeah, I did the banner, didn't put it up. And I shall continue to sing his praises. You know why? Because he did well. I knew it was going to go where it was going to go, but I predicted it. And basically, Virgil Ortiz is a beast. I see flaws on both sides. I saw Michael McKinson took Virgil Ortiz, you know, 1 round after he's never been before. He's never been past 8 rounds. So shouts out Michael McKinson. Did the UK proud. You did us proud. Because he's made such a lasting and good impression on Golden Boy from doing, when he was supposed to fight Ortiz before, and Ortiz pulled out due to illness, and he fought anybody that they could pick, and he didn't scrumple his nose. They really like his attitude and really like his skill, and they've come out, Golden Boy have come out to say they would be happy to have him fight as much as he wants in the US. And I think that is a great platform that we've seen, you know, Amir Khan take on, and we saw Tyson Fury take on, you know, we've seen Anthony Joshua take on 1 fight there, but you know, it's nice to see it all rounded, cross over to the US and be able to fight some great fights. Like, I knew his O had to go. I knew it. He just doesn't have the power, but he has the skill that I knew would give some problems. Give some problems to Ortiz, and he did. But saying that, even though he was in the fight, I struggled to give him more than 2 rounds. I gave him, I think, round 1 and possibly round 2, and that was it, because Virgil Ortiz, he turned up the gas, mate. From about round 4, he started to amp shit up. He did. And that was a fact. And yeah, so shouts to you, Swab. I see you. We're going to come to you after Kenny Ken, and you give your take on it. So, Kenny Ken, what was your take on old McKinson?
You know what? I always had respect for him. Because simple reason he's got this style of boxing, just like it just takes you completely by surprise. You know, he goes in and out, and like I don't know, like a corkscrew, but you know, it's a very effective style. But I just felt that, you know, it was a step in class, you know, where I just felt he was never in the fight. I know I gave him the same sort of rounds as you did before, but I just think there's levels, and I just thought Ortiz. And you know what was credible afterwards is, like, McKinson afterwards he thought he was losing the fight. Yeah. And what he wanted to do is see if he can take him and take him into the last round.
That would have been. I thought he could do it. Yeah, at first, in that time.
Ortiz is just too powerful, and you know, sometimes you know, it's the body shots are very underrated punches in boxing, especially when you're not expecting it. Because he said that he got caught with one, and he actually caught a bone in his, you know, on his side. Yeah. Yeah, so there was no way back. And then when he got caught again with the body, you know, if you get caught with the body once, you know, and you survive it, good luck to you, because once you get it again, that's it. Everything's taken out of you. I think the thing with boxers is that they, you know, a lot of lighter weights, they love the body shots, but us heavyweights don't like it. We love the knockout, you know, like square on the chin or on the top of the head nowadays. So very underrated punch. But Ortiz is, you know, he's fighting at a different level to Michael McKinson, and you know, there's rewards out there for
levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit.
It is, and I think, yeah, Ortiz is just, you know, they're talking about, you know, fighting big fights with Crawford, and he's now got himself in that echelon. But McKinson, you know, the good thing about his attitude is that he has no time and no desire to come back here and fight domestic fights. He wants to fight a big fight. So good luck with it. Wish him all the best.
I put him at world level now. I put him at fringe world. He's there because before it, I didn't know where to gauge him, because his best win, as we know, was Chris Congo, who's domestic.
Chris Congo,
level.
Yeah.
So I was putting McKinson at maybe about European level, just as a gauger. But after this performance, I wanted to see where he was. Would you be comfortable to say he's fringe? He's fringe. He's in between that. He's in between fringe world and European, if there was a category there.
Yeah, I think the thing is with Michael Kinson is that hopefully, you know, promises are kept, and he does get those big nights in the United States, because it's easy to talk a good game afterwards, because you know what it's like after a fight. Everyone loves each other. You know what I mean? But the problem is that, you know, afterwards, when the dust settles, you know, you think, you know, he's got a style that I think is very hard for it to be matched up, because it's such an awkward style, and you know, and you know,
who, Ortiz or McKinson?
Oh, McKinson, yeah, he's got quite an awkward style, and I think it's just going to be hard to match him up. And you know, traditionally southpaws. The good thing about boxing now is that people tend to give southpaws a chance. Don't avoid them like they did when I was first got into watching boxing as a kid, and even when as early as late as the 21st century, southpaws were always people be avoided, because they had this unique style. You know what I mean? Right. That they could punch from different angles.
Yeah, he's quite slick. Yeah, I agree with what you said. I think he done us proud. What do you think, Swab in the building?
Hey, yo, LadyChann, how are you, Kenny? How are you guys doing?
We good.
Can you hear me good?
I'm all good. I'm all good.
Yeah, we can hear you fine and dandy.
I was up and awake to watch the fight, but then me being as usual, being me, I fell asleep. I'm awake through all the boring card, you know what I mean? And then after I just ended up falling asleep.
Damn.
Yeah, always. Like, at the Canelo fight, I fell asleep. At the all the main ones, even the Charlo fight, I fell asleep just about caught it like the last few rounds.
So have you seen it now?
Yeah, I saw the fight.
Okay, cool.
It was quite a good fight. Yeah, then. Well, I picked Ortiz to beat him by a knockout anyways, and that's why I expected him to knock him out a bit earlier. He did well, but
I predicted round. Well, in my head, I thought I predicted on my league round 9. I was, and my official prediction was 8, but I thought I'd predicted 9. But yeah, I knew it wasn't going earlier for some reason, but I knew he was going. People was like, oh, he's going in 6 rounds. Nah, McKinsey's.
Yeah, he's good now. Ortiz now. You can tell he is a fringe. He's not world level yet. He's not going to beat Bud yet. No chance. No, he's not beating Bud. He's not. It would be a good fight with Ennis, just to find out, to see where Ennis is at the time.
No. I'm saying that McKinson's fringe. Like he's in that in between fringe and thingy. Oh no, Virgil Ortiz is definitely world level. Definitely world level. Doesn't mean just because he's world level that he beats the other 2 elite guys, but I do believe there's a place for him and he deserves his shot. Fight night. Fight night scores in the building. We using the scorecards, and thank you for always shouting me out and keeping me in the loop. Check out Fight Night scores to subscribe to him.
I want to see Conor Benn versus McKinson, just to see where Conor Benn is at the moment. So if he beats him, then he can go for the Thurmans and stuff. But it's too early even for Conor Benn right now, targeting, you know what I mean? Let's go through the stages.
Yeah, let's stick to what, for now, because we'll get there. Let's stick to Virgil Ortiz and solely Bud and McKinson, or, you know, in that, because then we can deviate, because we haven't really touched on breaking down the fight as such. So, as we saw, McKinson, I don't know if you two saw it, McKinson definitely looked really good for the first 2 rounds. He came out, even backed up Ortiz. I know that McKinson doesn't have power, but what I do think he does is have a little bit more power than what's stated on his box rec. Not massive more amounts, but I saw him back up Ortiz. He did drop kick Chris Congo, who is a sturdy Ghanaian dude, or Congolese dude. My bad if he's one of the 2. But he's a sturdy African brother. You get me in that. He's not no one that you can just knock down. And when I watched that fight, I think that was on the Rock of Gibraltar, or maybe before. I can't remember what undercard. He was on one of them undercards, but he knocked down Chris Congo and totally made Chris Congo look rubbish, look trash. So, And then the tides, as we said, started to turn. Guys, would you say about round 4? The tide really.
Yeah, I thought so. I took definitely, but you know, that's the thing with Michael McKinson. It's like one of the things that he did with Chris Congo is that he comes out of traps pretty quickly. He does his little feints. He's got a southpaw style, but he's got very quick hands. But he comes in and out, which is very good. But what's happening is that is a case of like Ortiz working him out, because if you think of if you look at the preludes to the sort of fighters that Ortiz is looking to fight in that level, that's it was good for McKinson to fight Ortiz, but it's actually good for Ortiz to fight a southpaw in Michael McKinson. So what he did is he was able to work him out, from round 4 off, and that's when he took.
You're breaking up, Ken. You frozen now. Kenny Ken did the original Frozen. It wouldn't be Kenny Ken if he didn't freeze every show. Every show he has a Frozen moment. So
we should cast him in the next Frozen movie.
Next Frozen movie, Frozen 3. You be in that. Shelton King Moore in the building.
What's up, y'all?
What up,
What's going on?
Let me take Kenny Ken off and he'll have to come back in. Remove from stream and he'll come back in.
Hey, Chan.
Yeah.
First, I love you, Chan. You know that.
Me too as well. I love you more, King Moore. You know that as well.
Let's give Michael McKinson a little respect. I mean, that guy's tough. He took some shots. And he stayed in there. He always tried to win. He never stopped trying to win. I got to give him props for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you know that he was going to get stopped though?
Oh yeah, I knew he was going to get stopped. If you can't keep Virgil off you, you can't beat him. He's going to stop you. The pressure is too much.
Yeah.
You got to be able to keep that dude off you. He doesn't have enough pop.
Yeah. It's relentless. His Virgil's power and pressure is just tiring for most, And if you don't have anything that he can't respect, he's like Canelo. He'll walk right through you.
And this is the thing. This is what I saw Saturday. And this might shock you a little bit. Virgil is going to be tough for anybody. I don't care who it is. Virgil is a problem.
Yeah, he is a problem. All right, so Sawab was talking about. Sawab, did you bring up Terence Crawford? What do you think with Terence Crawford against Virgil Ortiz? Sawab? Oh, Sawab's muted. Maybe he's doing something. Sawab.
Yes, LadyChann.
Yeah, sorry. Now we've got them. What do you think? You brought up, but what do you think about Virgil Ortiz and Bud Crawford? Problem?
Not yet. Not a big problem. Not yet. He's not ready for it. I don't think he's ready for it. Not at the moment.
Nah, he's number one. The dude he's owed his shot. He's worked his way to be number one mandatory position. We can't say. This is the thing with fight fans. When we don't get the fights, why are we getting them fights? And then when there's fights that can possibly be able to go, not yet, they shouldn't fight. Nah, I'm not with that, Kang. I'm with I want to see the fights happen.
He's number one. He's the Mando, right? He's number one in the WBA and the WBO, correct?
Yep, correct.
Okay, so if he really wants the shot at Crawford, right, or Spence, you know who he should fight next?
Boots.
He should fight Stanionis. Stanionis has the WBA regular
belt. Yeah, he does. He does. Mm-hmm.
If you beat Stanionis, then they can't duck you. They gotta fight you.
So what on paper would be Ortiz's next fight?
Ennis. What would be? Well, that's not going to happen either.
No, I don't think. Well, who's
Conor Ben? That would be a good fight. Him coming to the UK, I would love to see that.
No, Conor Ben.
Well, he's the WBO. He's the WBO mandatory, and he's the number one contender in the WBA. So logically, if he's the number one contender in the WBA, he should fight Stanionis for that belt. That puts him in the Mando position, and you can't get away from him.
But is the WBA gonna strip Spence? The IBF hasn't
No,
done it
no.
yet, and
What'll happen
for
is
4 years.
what will
Yeah,
happen is if they can't make the Crawford fight, Spence will have to fight the WBA regular champion or be stripped. That's the way that works.
Yeah.
fair to say that's not gonna happen. Because if it comes to the Mando, no. Because if it comes to the Mando, the IBF is next. He hasn't fought a Mando at the IBF for
Then he
how
got to
many
fight
years?
Boots. Then he got
Four
to fight
years.
Boots. Boots is the Mando.
Mandatory.
Exactly.
Got to
So
fight Boots.
he has no choice but to fight I think Bud Crawford. And what's happening with that fight? The biggest fight, so-called everyone's saying in history ever,
We're not
but
getting
it's
into
not
that.
happening.
We're keeping on topic. We're not getting into. Yeah, we're not getting into.
Yeah, we're
Um,
not getting into that. That's a fantasy fight for right now.
Exactly.
So yeah, well, those are the options. We got sports heaven in the building. What up, girl? What up, girl? Hi, King. Thanks for the nice comment.
Oh, that's a fact. You're welcome. Salute to you and the rest of the brothers and sisters in the chat.
Yeah, all day. Did you watch the fight?
Oh, I did. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Ortiz is box office to me. That motherfucker ain't nothing to play with. Outside of Crawford and Spence, and I would favor Boost, but guess what? At the end of the day, these guys are made out of flesh and blood, and the way Ortiz sits on his punches, he's a problem for everybody, and that motherfucker's nothing to be played with, and I would like to see him fight anybody. I think outside of Spence and Crawford, even with Boots, I would favor Boots, but Boots does take a lot of overhand rights. That's a 50-50 fight to me. I wouldn't mind seeing Conor Benn with him. I think Conor Benn can give him a good fight, but I think as the fight gets deeper into the fight, when you get into the 6th, 7th, and 8th round, I would think that I would favor Ortiz. Ortiz is the truth.
I just want to say one thing. Is everyone good? Yeah. I just want to say another thing. Ortiz, he's been having trouble with his weight recently. So how long can he stay at welterweight?
That's true.
How much longer?
That's a good point.
Can he stay at 140, 147? Does he have to move up at 154? Can his body take it, especially with the problem that he has, the health issue he has?
Are you finished?
How long can it? You don't know. So these are the questions that, well, I guess you have to wait for the time and will be answered. There's nobody got the answer to these questions at the moment. But if he stays at 147, he has some good fights and box office. So that I think his next fight should be a pay-per-view.
Well, I
agree. They
agree.
want to make him a star.
At 154, I definitely agree. That's a different conversation. But and you're right. I mean, he does seem like he struggles a bit at 147. But just at 147, people say, Crawford and Spence, I think it's kind of like, let's just leave them out the conversation because Ortiz, in my opinion, he made it clear, he made it clear they were trying to say Crawford. He let it be known, well, Crawford's busy, and I really prefer not to fight Crawford. But outside of Crawford, I don't think nobody really, outside of Boots, because Boots like that smoke too, but I still think it's 50. I don't think nobody wanted to get in the ring with Ortiz because Ortiz put that pressure on you, and he got a good jab. And if you give up that body, if you're not on point, he's gonna stop you.
Why doesn't Ortiz fight? I think want to fight Bud. I didn't get that. I think in that part, or is he respect him that much?
Well, it ain't so much he don't want to fight him, but I don't see because I don't want to. He's still a kid. Like I don't want to hate on. He not ready for them. I mean, when they was asking him about Bud, I don't want to put it out here like he was navigating around it, but he kept it real. He said, Bud got his hand tied up. They kept trying to push Bud in his face after the fight, and he said, "I'm open for everybody." He's, and I understand people. Look, he's not ready for Bud, and he's not ready for Spence.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I started to cut you off. That's what exactly I said, that he's not ready for the top tens yet.
And here's another question. I mean,
so he's not ready for them.
No, sorry, I was too busy offline choking. Choking in a motherfucker. Listen, we're not of this we don't want to see these fights. They're not ready. They're fighters. You're saying that he's still young. How old was Canelo when he was unified champion and fought Floyd Mayweather? He was younger. He was younger. He was 23.
But was he ready though?
Doesn't matter. He was in title contention.
Listen, I don't want to say, Queen, I don't want to say, I'm not trying to make no excuses. I'm just trying to say, let me back up a little bit and then come forward. I want to back up a little bit. I said he's box office. I started, and I'm a fan of his. I enjoy watching him fight. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I don't say he don't deserve it. He definitely deserve it. But I'm just saying, like, they about to move up. I'm saying at the end of the day that's a good way to get a train derailed. I mean, he's doing his thing, but him and Boots are going to be the future of boxing. And I just think, I mean, if he wants to go out there and fight him, I don't think it's going to hurt him. If he loses, there's nothing to hold your head down about losing to either one of them. But he's the truth. But these guys, I mean, me saying that he's not ready for them, I mean, that's like basically, in the rest of the boxing world can stand in line with that concept too. Like, ain't nobody at 147 need to be Boots ain't ready for them neither. And that's not saying that they shouldn't go in the ring with them. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, what Ortiz is able to do with everybody at 147, he can't do that shit with Spence and Crawford yet.
Yeah, I still want to see it though. I still want to see it. Like, if these guys are not going to fight each other, let's continue with the division. We don't want the division just being stagnant and stale, and it's really becoming that at the minute. And I'm getting bored. So I'd rather see the young bucks fight. If the old bucks don't make this fight, go on ahead and vacate your belts and move to 154 and just let the dam, take the dam away and let it flow. Let the fucking river of boxing flow. Because right now, yeah, that's stagnant. It's becoming stagnant. It's not fair. What are these cats training to do? Not box, just box. Once they box, like the four of each other, excuse me, Stanionis, Ennis, Ortiz, and let's throw Conor Benn. There's many a fight for Conor Benn.
Yeah.
Like, where's it go after that?
But hang on a minute. In the UK here, we're not talking. The talk of Conor Benn, everyone's putting Conor Benn in the equation, but the noise in the UK is him having like a catchweight fight with Chris Eubank Jr. because it's all about them replicating the money that
Yeah, but they said that's not definite. That's not definite.
It's not definite. It's a fight that's catching the imagination of people in the UK here.
But they've said it's definitely, it doesn't. Eddie and Wasserman's come out and said there's no deal been made as yet, and if they don't make a deal within the next week, they're moving on, and Conor Benn will fight in October, but it won't be Chris Eubank Jr. So there's other fights. Chris Eubank Jr. ain't the fight that we're all dwelling for to watch. We don't. I
think what problem is that once you throw that sort of fight out to the casuals in this country, in the UK, they'll grab it with both hands, and that's the thing. It's the casuals in this country are grabbing at that. Now, for me as a boxing fan, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's just because, as far as I'm concerned, both of them are making noises about being world champions. If you're talking about being world champions, and I've got more criticisms of Chris Eubank Jr., not Conor Benn, then this fight's irrelevant.
Can I ask a question, Queen? Listen, Mackenzie did a good job of making Ortiz miss and things of that nature. But he wasn't making them pay. Do you honestly, do you think, let me ask you this, let me simplify it. Do you think Ortiz can beat Bud?
No, not yet, but doesn't mean I don't want to see him try.
No, I get that. I get that, but I'm just saying realistically. And now since you said so, now my next question is, do you think Bud can stop Ortiz?
I don't know
Yes.
if he can stop him. Don't know
I
if
think
he
he
can
can.
stop him.
I
Don't
think
know.
he can. There's
More of a distance fight, and Bud wins on points.
Because
I think
McKenzie
Bud
was
stops
making
him.
sense. Bud would
Bud
make him
stops
miss
him.
too. But the difference is Bud would catch him on that vein, on that chin, and he might would even put him to sleep. And I would. It's not that I mind him watching him, and I do think Ortiz is top 3, top 4. I think it's between. I think him and Boots is neck and neck, and I think you can throw Conor. You know, I love Conor too, so I think you can throw Conor Ben in that mix. But just to me, I just think that it's like Bud and Spence is on a Tom Brady level, and I just think that we could watch it. I think they definitely deserve it, but I would just rather them two motherfuckers fight one another, and then because they ready to move up, and then go about their business, and then at that point. Then let Ortiz, Spence, and Conor Ben get in the mix for the best fighters at 147.
Yeah. There is so much a fighter can take from an L. An L doesn't mean derailment, in my opinion. Big boys boxing, I'm with you. Same with me. If they get an L, they get an L. Like, we're not doing this Floyd Mayweather shit. You know, you fight, you get an L. At least we respect you for fighting top level of competition. And if you lose, you lose. There's no shame in that. And if you win, you win. It's even better. Why are we protecting fighters?
I'm not trying to protect
them. They shouldn't fight.
I'm not saying I'm not trying to protect him. I said he's showbox. I enjoy watching him. He's one of my him and Ben both are my top 10. I enjoy watching those guys. I'm just saying that realistically, based on what I see with my own 2 eyes, it's not about safeguarding them and holding them. I'm just saying that like they're going to take that L, and it's not a matter of they take an L that changes the game or nothing, but it's like I don't think he's going to be able to fight them. I don't think he's competitive with those guys yet.
But he's in title contention. So what is he to do?
Listen, John.
I mean, if the fight arrives, that's fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying duck it or don't take it. I'm saying that I think that he's not. I like competitive fights. I just don't think he's competitive with them. I think Spence. I think Spence needs to take his ass up. Spence needs to take his ass up to 154. Quite frankly, and I just don't think he's on yet.
Can I just say this? That Spence and Ortiz fight, I would love to see that fight because I don't like baby and think fighters up and coming. There's a reason why you climb up in all these rankings and then you become the Mandos for a reason. So yes, he should take the fight. I would love to see it, but is he ready for it? No. Do I want to see the fight? Yes. When it's on pay-per-view, trust me, I think that's going to be one of Bud's. If he doesn't fight Spence, that'll be a great fight. The pay-per-views are going to sell.
Yeah,
there's going to be some great pay-per-views, and Spence Crawford has nowhere else to go.
It would make Errol It would make Errol feel like the pressure, like, oh well, Bud's fought a young gun. You do one, and if you don't do it and you move straight to 54, you look like a duck. Anyway, let's do this super chat. Shouts out to Mark Nash, a valued member in the building. He says 10 people match my donation to support the show. Thanks, Mark, in the building. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's see. I think people did try to match. We got TJ in the building. Okay, so super chat. TJ, King TJ, thank you, a valued member as well. Matched Mark. Let's keep this rolling. Thank you, King TJ, massively appreciated as always. I appreciate any donations. Let's keep it going. Mark, you set off a trend. Thank you, sir. Knockdown 305 in the building. Thank you, King. Keeping it going. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate that you've come over here and given the little old me some support. Massively appreciated. And we go again. A nice valued member from Dr. Pete in the building. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Let's keep it. Let's keep the lights on. Massively appreciated for that £2. We keep it rolling. We keep some of them lights on. Yes, we do. With valued people like yourselves. Thank you very much. Massively appreciated, guys. Just making sure I haven't missed anybody. Okay, go ahead, Suab. Yeah. I like, as I was saying, I just think AJ All Day's in the building and another value member. We shouted you out earlier, AJ.
Yo.
What up, AJ? What up, Doe?
Sorry I'm late. I was doing this thing. It's called sleep.
Yeah, I know. I know that thing very well. Very, very, very well. Okay, hang on 1 second before. Let's get this done. Late Show 42. Thank you for that $2. Don them. Yes, that's right. Don them. Yeah, we don them, bond them, and we run them. Zin, thank you so much. Massively appreciated for that Late Show 42. And I appreciate you've been rocking with old girl for a long time as well. Oh my God, we have, look at her, oh my God, look at his super chat. It's so big. Ahmed in the building. Thank you for that. Half a dub on you, girl. Thank you so much. Massively appreciated. Did you guys get what I was like? Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. Yeah, it was from Too Short. Guys, if you're too young.
We got it. I got it.
Get it. Ahmed, thank you so much.
I
Massively
thought it was Nicki Minaj.
Mom, yeah, you're young though. That's what, yeah, that Too Short was like our era. Yeah, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl that was good. I would call her. Yeah. That was the song, and the beginning of it was the skit that I did. And we have oh my God, look at his super chat. It's so big. We go again. And also, AJ All Day matched ×2. But AJ All Day, I received your cash. I received a hefty cash up from AJ All Day for dropping that $50 on your girl. And again. And again. One more time for your motherfucking mind. AJ, you know you are the best. All of you guys, thank you for your donations. AJ, massively appreciated because
you're very welcome.
70 quid on you, girl. That was 70 quid. Yeah. 50 was in pounds, 20 was in dollars. Money is money, and I massively appreciate it. And you always contribute so well. Thank you for keeping the lights on. All of you guys, thank you for keeping the lights on. Mark Nash, Ahmed, who else? Dr. P, Knockdown 305. Thank you, all of you guys that have just was donating. Massively appreciated. Yeah, so I feel like we've been inundated with the super chat. So let's get back to the world of boxing. Thank you so much, guys. Where did we leave off? While I drink my super malt.
What we talking about?
Bud Ortiz.
Yeah. So we're talking about Bud Ortiz because we talked about Michael McKinson did a really good job.
He did. I give him props. He did his thing. I give him props. Yeah. He tough guy, man. Tough guy. I mean, like I'm sorry, I don't mean to you can't ramble on here. Can I talk? Oh, okay, cool. This is just that honestly the aesthetic of the fight kind of played out like I thought it would. I thought McKinson would give him issues for a bit. I thought it would take a little longer to get him out of there. I saw him getting out of there maybe the 7th, 8th round, but he lasted until the 9th. and tough guy, durable guy. But Virgil's pressure just broke him down like time over time. But he did his thing. I give him props, and like I give him props for getting up, because the first time he got dropped, I'm like, stay down, ain't no shame in it. You know what I mean? It's all good. But yeah, but I'm interested in seeing McKinson again. I mean, I think his he kind of raised the stock, even though he did lose by knockout. I want to see him in the ring again, maybe against the Conor Ben, some other welterweights out there, just to see what he can really do. So so hats on to Virgil, man. He did his thing. Can't wait to see him next. Hope I see him at the end of the year in another fight.
Yeah. Anyone want to chime in?
Yeah, Mackenzie.
Thing to forward up. Anything you want to say? Go on. Go ahead. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, Mackenzie never really recovered after that knock, that shot to the kidneys in the eighth round, and you could see he stood up, and Virgil went right back to it, and he did.
I didn't get that shot. The angle that I was looking at. What happened? Hang on. I've got my screen just went black. Really weird. The angle can you guys see me?
We see you.
Okay, my screen just went black. The angle that we saw, he just looked like he just went down. Like he just decided to take a knee. And I was like, what happened? And then it was said that he kind of caught him, like he skimmed that area, but because it was so tender, he had to go down again from that touch. And
Manz has a great corner as well, because like his corner did the absolute right thing by throwing in the tail.
Because they saw him limping, he couldn't put weight on his leg.
Right.
Because of the
even afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, afterwards he couldn't put weight on his leg, so he had to. His dad did the right thing there for sure. Yeah. Anyone else want to chime in? So with Bud, what we was talking about is, does he give, because AJ and Sports Heaven feel that Ortiz isn't ready for Bud and Spence, but so he shouldn't. So he kind of, in the beginning they were saying China maybe shouldn't fight him, but I'm like, we want to see these fights. We complain about not seeing fights, and then when fights happen, we're telling fighters that they're too young to.
I don't want to, Queen. I don't want to. I don't want that to be under my banner. I'm not saying he should fight him. I'm just saying that as good as Ortiz is, and I'm just saying based on what I'm just saying he's not ready for Bud, and I'm not saying he shouldn't fight him. I mean, if he want to go give it, I think Bud will get him out. I think Bud will stop him within 12 rounds. I think he'll end up stopping him, and I'm not saying that he can't beat him.
Give me. I think. I'm sorry. We done sports?
Yeah. No. I think there was a background interruption, so he just muted.
Okay, cool. Just yeah.
Go ahead.
My take. I think. I'm a boxing fan, Chan, as you all know, as everybody knows. I just want to see good fights between great fighters. But my take on it is, it is too soon for Virgil to take the fight. But if he wants it, give it to him. If he wants that smoke, I got no issue with it, because we're not seeing guys around his age take big risks so much. Devin Haney is the exception. I believe Virgil does want the fight, so let him do his thing, because what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was listening to some of the episode, the show already, and it's like the discussion was Canelo fought Floyd too soon. That turned out to be the case. It was too soon, but he didn't seem to think that before the fight, and Oscar didn't either. So
he's too young, but before he wasn't.
Before they beat the Floyd, they thought
unified champion. Okay.
Yeah, but before they had to they thought Canelo had to beat the Floyd. So they think that, and Virgil thinks that, give him the fight. I mean, I think he'll still lose at this point. Bud will beat him, probably stop him. Maybe late. But I will say this. I mean, seeing Virgil will be a handful for a while. I got to say that. Yeah. But it's gonna have to dig deep. To take him out and beat him. But I think he'll still beat him. It's still soon. But
I think Bud still beats him due just to the because let's talk about some of the faults or flaws that we saw with good old Virgil. Defensively, definitely irresponsible.
That's one.
Yeah, he just, and I think he's got used to that because he can take shots, because a lot of people don't match his power. But when you're going to be dealing with guys that will match your power, I don't know. Like, would you say that Bud could match some power, give him enough to respect?
Absolutely.
Because we saw Bud drop a naturally bigger welterweight in Sean Porter.
Yes, I do, because of that. Yeah, and plus he stopped welterweights who have never been stopped before and who weren't defeated during this whole title run. You know, like in the Jose Benavidez stopped him late. Mean Machine stopped you. Yeah.
But who's been very, very powerful? This would be the most powerful fighter that Bud, I would have to say, had fought. And Errol Spence. Because could you imagine Errol Spence and Ortiz? Because body shots, this one likes doing body shots, and Errol Spence is the creme de la creme of body shots.
That'd be an old-fashioned shootout, man. Like,
that would be crazy. That would be the OK motherfucking corral, I think, wouldn't it? It'd be.
Listos pelos chingazos! Listos pelos chingazos!
Yeah, it'd be all of that shit and some.
Yeah, I love the aesthetic of Virgil and Spence getting it on, man. That'd be somebody would really get hurt in that fight. But
well, I thought Mean Machine, in my opinion, like I thought Mean Machine. I think you could make an argument about it was a slip with her, but to me, I thought he kind of dropped or Virgil. But and then Hooker was hurting him too. And we're not talking about the Hooker that fought, because that's too much weight for him. His footwork, he just looked awkward. He looked like my man Damon Wayne from the movie he played back in the days. He looked out of shape, but what I'm saying really is that experience is a motherfucker. Experiences is real, and if he wants to take the fight, that's fine. I'm not debating that. I just don't think he's ready, because he puts too much. He sits on his punches too much, and he putting too much heat on his punches, and he was straight up missing McKenzie. Somebody like a Crawford, like by the 6th round, he had him figured out, and he's not going to be able to walk upon Crawford, and he's definitely not going to walk upon Spence in a high guard and just think, well, I'm going to hit him, because Spence is not going to bend over and let you hit him in the kidneys. So is good. And Ortiz, to me, he's box office, and I enjoy watching him. And even if he were to lose to those guys, that's nothing to hold your hat on. It's just I really just personally don't think he's competitive with those two individuals.
The man is never in a boring fight. He isn't Ortiz. He's been in great fights so far, from what I can tell.
Say that again, brother.
Say that again.
I was saying, like, the Ortiz has never been in a boring fight, to his credit.
I'm not talking about boring. I'm just saying that experience is real, and because when you start to elevate into experience, boxers like Spence and Crawford, their corners help them. Don't get me wrong, but those guys are like quarterbacks on the field. They're coaches in the ring. They make adjustments as the fight goes. Virgil started to show signs of the next level. He made adjustments in that fight against McKenzie, but like I think the Queen pointed out, that power didn't make him, like, put it like this: as great as he looked, as much as I like Virgil, he's not gonna be able to fight Bud, or he's not gonna be able to fight Spence with a high guard and do what he did. He might find himself on the back foot. He might find himself on his back foot. It's not about age. It's just we can fast forward 3 years from now, and I'm not sure. What I'm really trying to say is, I'm as much as I like Ortiz, I'm not sure that the best Ortiz can beat Butter Spence. That's really what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only chance I give Ortiz is like if he would have to age him out, probably maybe in the next 2-3 years, something like that.
2, 3, 4 years, like maybe if they still. I don't think they'd still be there. Kenny Ken, where do you see the lads going? Virgil Ortiz. What matchups would you like to see him in? And do you think he could beat Spence or anyone at the top 3? Spence, Crawford. Could he beat even an Ugas? I think. Does he dispense of an Ugas?
Nah, I think all the fights are different. But in terms of Crawford, one of the reasons why he's my favourite fighter is because as you know, these guys, as you know, King and you know, AJ said, you know, some fighters are coaches in the ring. They adapt. And one thing about Crawford, everyone sees him as southpaw. One thing about Crawford, he can fight orthodox as well, and that's and that's a good skill set to have. And one of the things about it is that there's levels that we underestimate about him. We underestimate his power, his ability to take someone out. You know, and that's one thing that, you know, Ortiz, even if he might even surprise Ortiz and go on the front foot because he's capable of going and setting the ring. Say, come on, mate, let's have some of this. Or he can fight a rip. He could actually let Ortiz come through and try and work him out. But that's why I can understand why, you know, everyone, the majority of people on the panel say it's too early to fight him, because there's just something about Crawford that I think, nah, don't touch him. Spence is another one that I rate very highly, where, you know, he's very quick, he's got knockout power as well, and also he's very good to the body as well. Ugas is this experience as well, where I think that, you know, he's very, very much underestimated. And he, you know, because, you know, people think that out of the triumvirate, he's probably the weakest member, but there's still levels above, you know, Ortiz. But the problem is with boxing is that chances like that don't come out very often, and you have to take them. You know, you can't, especially when boxing is trying to compete with, you know, Dana White and his what I call it mud wrestling rubbish, like MMA. You know, I call it mud wrestling or just play fighting, but that's just me anyway. I think that, you know, if chance comes, he's got to take it. He has to take it, because one, from a, you know, monetary situation, he has to take the fight, and two, it's a learning curve as well. You learn more sometimes from defeats in boxing against great fighters than you would in, you know, win. Canelo, he would have learned a lot from losing to Floyd Mayweather, a lot. You know what I mean? So sometimes there's pros and cons, but the biggest pro is if the fight's there, you've got to take it. Don't care what anyone says, take it. You know, you don't get opportunities like that in boxing, where, you know, where it's like football as well. Some you know, players get signed when they're not even ready. They don't know their trade, but in 3 years' time, anything can happen in boxing. You know, accidents can happen. You know, or you can get a surprising loss and you lose your confidence, go in a spiral. Then you tell your grandkids, "Oh, I could have fought Crawford, I could have fought Spence or Ugas, but I didn't because my promoter said I wasn't ready." So there's pros and cons to both of them. But if you ask me, all three of those fighters would take him to school. Would take him to school, and two of them will stop him. And actually, one will batter him to pieces, and that's Crawford. He'll absolutely ruin him. If he wants it, if you even at orthodox style, he'll ruin him. You know, his southpaw style that he's as well, he ruin him. He'll just find those angles, and that power. Especially, he'll do him body. If you want him to do him body, he'll do your body if you want. But if you want him to take you out, he will take you out, and he will have no problem going set the rig and sitting on top of you. That's how good this guy Crawford is.
He's not that Ortiz, like his body shots was effective more than his head shots. Really, it wasn't it? Because I mean, I think McKinson, if he was getting headshots and he was, you know, he's getting back. But I mean, at some point, do you think he would have been? I think he would have been able to go the distance if he wasn't getting those body shots, because he seemed to be able to handle the headshots. To be honest,
but you know, but that's the thing. We are boxers are trained for headshots. They're trained to avoid the right hand. They're trained to, you know, make sure there's no angles for the uppercut. Always make sure that you're side on, not square on. So they train for that. One of the things that are underestimated is that these fighters are this all the time. They neglect that a lot of the time because they don't want a clean shot. And fighters nowadays, you know, especially you know, the higher level, everyone's obsessed with headshot. They underestimate a body shot. You know, bending your knees, getting down, crouching down, boom, 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 and opening it up. You know, it's very rare to have. You know, at the end of the day, the body shot's there, but it's very rare to have good body punches. You know, they're few and far between. You know, I can name some decent knockout artists with a body on one hand in all the years I've watched boxing. because it's rare. It's a skill that a lot of people underestimate, and it's hard to perfect as well when the elbows are involved as well. You know, getting that angle and timing it as well. But if one fighter could do that, that's Bob Crawford. I've rated that guy so highly on all those levels. He finds a way, and he can fight any way you want it.
Yeah. I your analogy, your breakdown was very much what I agree with. He doesn't want any regrets. I could have fought this one, I could have fought that one. No, just fight him. If you lose, you lose. It's whatever. And like you said, Crawford strong points. He's a switch hitter. We saw that give a bit of problems with McKinson because he's quite slick. What gives kind of like the Mexican style problems is slick fighters that are movers. And if
you're boxers,
slick fighters that are movers and they've got to have power, and then you pretty much beat the flat-footed come forward style. Because tell the truth, do you see Virgil Ortiz? Does Virgil Ortiz is there a standout move that he does, where a signature move where you're like, yep, that's what he does? Like, is there a standout combination that he throws?
Maybe the over right hand, I think.
I was thinking like a right hand. Yeah, the right hand, yeah.
No, combination that I'm talking
about. Combo.
Shot.
Pressure, I guess. Just pressure.
I gotta do some research on him. I gotta look at his past fights to see if there's any standout, that he does.
You'll look at him and you'll see there is none.
None. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I'm a head scratch. I'm scratching my head.
Fair enough. Then we didn't miss anything that Chan saw then.
There isn't any. So this is what's quite shocking. How far do you get with someone like Bud and then you've got your one style like that, and you've got people that can adapt on the fly?
Yeah. And so I say he ain't ready yet. I would love to see the fight.
That's why we have a Pamper fan, isn't it? That's why we have Pamper fan fighters, because there's levels to their skill sets, their ability to improvise.
The other reason why I want to see this fight. Sorry, Kenneth, go on.
No. I was just all I was going to say is that LadyChann's best friend from Greater Manchester, who lived in a lot of travel sites in Greater Manchester, and now lives in the seaside of Morecambe. He's one of those fighters, whether you like it or not. He is. There's levels to what he can do. Even though we agree unanimously that we would like to see more action for him and like to see him fight more of the top 10. We assume that with the level he's got, he could do that. But Bob Crawford, it's just some fighters just work it out. Canelo's one of those fighters as well. Coaches in the ring, work your fighter out. Take a shot in order to work him out, no problem. He'll work. He'll understand his fighters. Some fighters just haven't got that. Majority of boxers are just guys who look the part, especially at the heavyweight division. They don't necessarily have the fundamentals, but what they do have, they have the size, they have the power, especially in the right hand, and like I said, the athleticism. And and then what will happen is that during the amateur phase, they'll learn the fundamentals. Some people just not naturals. There's not many natural gifted fighters out there. Most fighters only have one style. Then some fighters left hook, some fighters left foot to the body, some fighters uppercut, some fighters right hand. It's unique to have fighters with a skill set where basically you don't really need to train them, you just need to get them fit. They know they're fighters, they can work a fighter out themselves, and they're rare beasts.
Saying to say that, I want to go on.
I was just going to say, breaking news. Tyson Fury is pressuring Derek Chisora to sign a contract.
Yeah. I was going to mention it, but probably Chan didn't want to talk about it.
What a fucking loser!
A big loser, fucking loser. He's the Tyson Fury, Luke Fury doing Luke Fury shit.
Well, did you say he wants to fight Chisora again?
Again, for the third time, even though he's
Jesus Christ.
Sign the contract, you big dosser, you big this. Shut the fuck up.
You've already beaten him twice. Why do we need is this is what you want to, because you didn't get any attention paid to you when you're talking about, I'll come out for 500 mil and nobody's paying him attention. You really think to come out for Derek fucking, no disrespect because I love Derek Chisora, but you've already beat him. This shows that you are not one of the greatest.
The funny thing is that fight would sell, not because of Tyson Fury, but because of Derek Chisora.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to hear these fucking Fury fans coming up saying that, Tyson Fury sold out the Wembley Stadium, he's going to sell out the O2. Bro, he's only selling it because of Dillian Whyte and Derek Chisora. Plain and simple. Tell him to come out. Yeah, tell him to come out with the fucking shorts. Give him a rematch. Give him a rematch then that he almost flipping stopped you. Give him a rematch. In the UK, see how many ticket sales that does.
I can't believe he's pissed. Like, Ken, as a Tyson Fury supporter, how does this absolutely make you feel?
To me? You asking me?
Yeah, because because you're the only one on the panel that's a Tyson Fury supporter. Nothing wrong with
you know,
make you feel like. Hang on, we've got a call. What up, Joe? You're on the show.
Yo.
What up, Mel?
Can you hear me? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Coach?
Wait. Sorry about that. I have my sorry about that, guys. This is
okay.
Coach VERGIL Williams. So forgive me, guys. I turned off my roadcaster. This is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me, Shan?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Wait, hold on.
We can all hear. Can you hear him, guys?
Yes.
You know what?
Loud and clear.
I got him.
I'm tripping. All right. Yeah, I got you. I can hear you now. I had the wrong headphones on. That's why I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. I'm calling because I'm here to defend Tyson Fury, even though Tyson Fury did say that he was retired, so I'm glad that he changed his mind. Boxing needs him. Tyson Fury is the greatest boxer in the history of boxing. We know this. This is fact. No, I don't want no disputes about this. He wants to fight Derek Chisora. After changing his mind, said he needed $500 million to come out of retirement to fight. So, I know he lies a lot and stuff like that, but I think this time he's telling the truth. I don't know which time he's telling the truth, but I think he's telling the truth, Shan. So you, Kenny, Ken, AJ, it is what it is, Swab. Accept the fact that Tyson Fury is the cash cow. He sold out the stadium.
That's good, Coach.
Hey, Coach, he's undercover. Coach is undercover for us.
Tyson Fury fan. He is in the building. He's a big time fan.
Saying the man sold out of stadiums. What can I say?
I know. He's the best fighter in our era, the best heavyweight. I mean, Muhammad Ali has really got nothing on him. Let's be honest. How dare
I can't even say that even as a joke.
How dare we put Muhammad Ali in the same sentence as Tyson Fury? Muhammad Ali? Did he really think he was the greatest? Muhammad Ali, he was not the greatest. Tyson Fury is, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine there's people that actually think like that. They need to go to a fucking mental psych ward.
Ridiculous.
The thing with Tyson Fury in this Derek Chisora fight is attention to see, because let's face it, Derek, they're trying to have this little feud. They're good mates. Derek Chisora bet his house that Dillian Whyte was going to win.
They're in the barbecue.
Yeah, go and have a barbecue and catch up with your mate. Fuck off, man. Leave us alone, Tyson Fury. Please leave us alone.
I don't even mean Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury.
To live now, Ken. We're losing.
Coach, come on.
Live.
Sorry, Coach and Kenny, please, make this make sense. If this prick wants to come out fucking retirement, there's so many great fighters for him to fight. Why is he fighting Derek Chisora?
There's no fight for him to take Chisora. It's all a gimmick. It's all noise to wind people up.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
No, he's literally Derek Chisora came out a few days ago, said that, from Tyson Fury's people, but whatever. Now Tyson Fury's come out again and said, "Come on, sign the contract." What?
Please
sign the contract.
Yeah.
Sign the contract.
He sounds like Spence fans, doesn't he, Mal? He's
Tyson Fury deserves a 90-20 split. He deserves a 90-20 split.
90-20.
He is the cash cow.
Yes.
Facts.
Facts.
He's the biggest, biggest draw in boxing. Facts, according to and guess who said it? You know how I know it's true? You know how I know it's true?
How?
Frank Warren said it.
So that's
Frank Warren said it. So that's how we know it's true. That's facts. That's facts, right?
That's a fact.
He's a global icon.
Global icon. Anything that Frank says is the truth. Facts. Put some respect on Frank Warren's name.
Coach, on a serious level.
No, he has his fighters at his best interest. They're allowed to be robbed by Don King, everything, but he cares about his fighters.
I'm getting to that. At the moment, Frank Warren's got a bigger fish to fry. He's got a bigger fish to fry because, you know, we
love Frank Warren. I'm going to get T-shirts saying we love Frank Warren. We love him.
What's the big fish?
The best,
you know what?
He's the best promoter.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put some respect on my name.
Put some respect on my name.
Respect it. You guys.
Don't knock Frank Warren. Don't knock Frank Warren.
Mm-hmm.
Don't knock Frank Warren. You know, without trying, man. If everything goes his way, he could be controlling the heavyweight type.
Listen. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear that.
We
don't want to hear that.
Hey, but listen, I have to get ready to bounce. I just wanted to call in, let you guys know. We have to let you guys know that listen, the Gypsy King is back. I think that we need to be excited. We need to be happy. And I honestly
Coach,
believe
I'm unsubscribing. I'm unsubscribing.
And you guys don't appreciate.
And the King is coming back.
Everyone, unsub from Coach Malachi. Unsub. He's a Fury fan.
Before you go, listen, before you go as well, the Kang is coming back too.
Oh, yeah. Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
It's coming back. The Kang.
So the Kang.
K-A-N-G.
K-A-N-G. The Kang is coming back. The Kang is here. So like we've got the Kang and the Gypsy King coming back together. Boxing is now complete.
Kang King.
Hey, let me go ahead and
thank you.
I'm going to let everybody know I'm joking because I don't want them thinking.
Hey, by the way, I'm joking. Don't unsub from Coach.
Thank you.
You got the British humor.
Thank you, Mal, for coming through line and fucking woo. Thank you so much.
All right.
Everyone, please subscribe to New Media Today USA Boxing in the building. Coach Malachi. Thanks, Mal. Where am I? There you are.
He answered my question for me. I was about to answer what was going on with Tyson Fury, then the coach took it out of my hands. So we can get on the next topic now.
I don't know. Tyson Fury never fails to surprise us. Okay, so the next topic, what we was saying was Don King in the robbery.
No surprise. Why isn't anyone surprised? Why isn't anyone surprised? Did you know?
That's Don King's middle name. Don Robbery King.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Will Daniel Dubois get his money back?
Did you see the venue that
Legoland.
But that was in a garage.
People?
That was in a garage.
100 people?
That's like a community centre in Islington.
That was a garage, Ken. That was a garage.
You know what I mean?
That was a bingo centre in Miami.
Frank Warren has bigger shows in flipping wherever he has his shows.
And his ones look like bingo walls. And I mean, I could imagine in that Miami bingo wall, I bet you the AC was broken.
Of course it was. Look, you know the whole thing about it. I looked at that and I said, there's no way Don King could pay either fighter with that rubbish. Even with the TV rights, he would have paid it. You know, of course he ain't gonna. Where is he gonna get the money from? There's no way. When I looked at where he's fighting, I went, no way. Everyone unanimously, they weren't even talking about the fight. They were talking about two things: the condition of Trevor Bryan and the venue, and neither was anything to write home about. I'm sorry, but neither was. I just thought, you know what? Was this sort of a club fight? Because I've been to club fights in this country where I've been to those kind of venues, but not as bad as that.
I mean, I got a question. It's like, how are fighters still signed to Don King today in 2022?
He still has champions. He still has champions. Cruiserweight champion Mukabu, whoever the flipping guy's name is.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but like, why he couldn't go anywhere else? Like originally, I mean, like, was there nowhere else he can go? I mean, I don't know why people. It's not how Don King still has fighters today.
Probably has his children on the gunpoint. Sign the contract, you motherfucker.
They said he couldn't go nowhere else. Like, I heard that was from the soul. Like, for real, couldn't they?
No, I mean, it's a genuine question. It's like, how was this man still?
It goes to show you, Don King still got those crook skills, man.
Country, that you?
Yeah,
yes, it is.
What up, country? In the blue dizzy.
Lovely Lady Chan, thank you.
What up, country? Nice to join us. Thank you for joining us.
My man.
We just got this breaking news as we was coming through like a mile in woo. Like Tyson Fury decides that he's going to be fine. He's telling Derek Chisora to sign the contract. Then we're seeing, a week in boxing, what's happening that. Frank Warren allowed his fighter, Daniel Dubois, his Anthony Joshua Rebor to basically be robbed by Don King. Crazy.
Wow. Yeah, hey, Don King still got those crook skills. Obviously, he exercised them. Because Daniel Dubois was an all-day sucker for him, man. By the way, rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John. Sorry that she lost her. Yeah, she died. She lost her battle with breast cancer after, 50 years or 40 years?
After how many years she had it?
It was like 30 or 40 years or something. She was fighting for a long time.
Wow.
I know she was. It was quite advanced.
I heard she died. Yeah.
30, 40 years. She had that.
Yeah, but another death was the guy. Another death was a guy who played TC and Magnum PI.
Who died?
Roger Mosley. Roger Mosley who played TC and Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The black dude from Magnum PI.
The black guy.
Yeah.
Roger Mosley.
He died. What did he die of? What happened to him?
Car crash. 83.
Yep.
83. Was he driving?
I don't know if he was driving, but he was in a car crash and it got him.
Wow.
People are dropping like flies lately, man.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John, and rest in peace. We did Grease when we was in like primary school for our last day of primary school. We'll always be together. Yeah, we was all sad, crying. We'll always, because we was going to high school, and we decided that Grease was going to be the thing that we had to do every year 6. That's what they're called. So it's like grade 6 or whatever what you call it. Every year 6, we have to pick like a classic musical to do, and it was Grease.
Oh my God, Lady Chan, real quick. I don't know if you saw it the other night, man, but we were on with me and AJ and a bunch of people were on with Ring, and this dude came on and tried to say Tank was better than Duran, and that Duran was just a puncher.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
We were rolling.
Who is he? What was his name so I can keep my eye out on him?
These deluded people, man. I swear to God.
What was his name?
I gotta go back and watch the video too, Chad. I'll find out. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I forget his name, but oh my God! And the dude was serious. And halfway through, Julius finally got him to admit he knew nothing about Duran, and then he finally realized that he kind of made himself look like an idiot. It was so funny, man.
Disgraceful. How? Yeah. Okay, when you find out his name,
I'll let you know.
He has to be the fool of the century. Definitely,
that's a definite highlight reel right there.
Yeah.
He's just like a child that thinks that he knows everything, but he doesn't know shit.
Yeah, these people need
Colonel
to
Jessup,
give him
did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
The truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, these cats don't know what's going on.
Straight 100.
Yeah, these cats do not know. This guy must be about 13 years old that said that statement.
No, he was older. He was much older. He was like one of our ages, man. It was crazy. It was wild because, dude, he thought he was like saying something and he wasn't.
Was he a black dude? Did you get?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He actually had the nerve to put himself on camera so we could see his face.
Yes, he did.
I need to be a part of Playback Gang. You guys are lucky I wasn't watching that at the time live, because usually I catch Julius's lives, but I'm in bed like kicking back. But that one I definitely missed because I would have fucking jumped on and crucified him.
Okay.
It was best for him.
I actually, when the market comes on, I'll find it. I'll let you know.
His argument was Tank has the speed and the footwork, and he has more skills. And I'm like, and Durant's just a puncher. It's like, dude, what are you talking about?
Country. Let's put it this way: what he likes about Tank is not his boxing.
Exactly.
We need to get him. Yeah, medication is definitely needed, or we need to do some kind of exorcism for him, because I think he's got like that's some demonic entity that's taking his whole fucking.
Chan, you know what he's full of? He's full of crap.
Yeah, you lot should have said,
"Shut your bitch ass up."
Yeah. Shut up. That fucking shit.
I honestly thought Julius Vane was gonna explode out of the side of his forehead on that one. I mean, we were all losing IQ points as the guy kept talking. It was that bad. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta ask the question, like, where do these people come from? Like, I mean, just these type of,
they're all Wilder
from the bins.
They're all Wilder.
They come from the bins.
Switched over to Tank because Wilder got his ass beat, man. Because those were like one of the most delusional groups I've ever seen. And now that Wilder lost, they got to go over to Tank.
Yeah, they've got to go over to Tank. They've gone to Spence.
Fly by night fans.
Really ain't doing nothing now. They're like, who else can we jump on? Now it's Tank. That's their last. That's their lot. Anyway, fuck these cats. We spent too much time laughing at these deluded people.
Yeah.
So all right. Thank you. That was a laugh that we needed. Don King robbery. Do you think any of this falls on Frank Warren's side? Because, he was already in a litigation and he had to pay Don King millions back in, I think the litigation started in the late 90s, he said, and they settled it in court in like 2001 or something like that. So Frank Warren has never did business with him since then, but now you decide to do it and let him win the purse bid. Why didn't you just say, do you know what, my G, let me just do the fucking thing. Let me just excessively bid. And then I know what I'm really going to pay Daniel Dubois. I'll bid 4.5 million, but really I'm only going to, it wasn't even worth the 2.5 million that fucking Frank bid. Let's have it right. But I mean, just overbid and you do what they did with Tyson Fury. You $41 million, but you're only paying Tyson Fury probably about 18, out of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something like that, or 20. And you could have just did that with Dubois. If you know that fucking Don King is El Don Rey, he's just the fraudster. Why would you put your fighter in that?
He had no choice. He had no choice. He's got no choice but to work with Don King, because the pathway
he's got to pay to Dubois.
But the pathway for Daniel Dubois into getting on like number one in the WBA and getting the pathway to a world title fight, it was the only pathway there. Sometimes you have to get in a bed with cockroaches in boxing. Boxing's for the crooks. I mean, we used to have a geezer called, God bless his soul. I don't think the only people called Mickey Duff. He's a thief. Jarvis Astaire was a thief. The Abrahams, they're all thieves. A lot of promoters have been stealing the fighters before. Thank God for thank God for now, where fighters get looked after, where you can't kid a fighter because TV is paid so much money in the boxing.
Yeah.
And they get all this sponsorship and everything. But I could name so many Don Kings that I used to see when I was growing up, but the fact is, a pathway is a pathway to a world title fight, and there was nowhere other way Daniel Dubois was going to get a pathway into.
Yeah, well, then shouldn't Frank give Daniel some money then? Give him some money.
Well, Frank didn't have any. But Frank, remember where Frank's money went? Frank's money went on the Dillian White Tyson Fury fight, he outbid Eddie Hearn and put all his eggs in one basket.
Yeah. You give. Why have you got a young lad that's 21 years old, just got into his pro career of boxing, and obviously you've put him up because he wants to get that title of the WBA regular, but you know the guy that's the promoter of the opposition. Why wouldn't you just say, just get that money in escrow furthermore? That money has to be in escrow. If it ain't in escrow, then you gotta go. You know, that's just it. But you didn't do that, Frank Warren. If you haven't years more, no, you've got more experience. That was fucked up and negligent on Frank Warren's behalf.
Yeah, but the same thing. I know, but the same thing that they were slagging off Dillian White and he's loyal for with the Tyson Fury fight. Same thing Frank's done now.
No. Listen. Daniel Dubois wasn't even alive when Don King was fucking like.
I know.
No, listen.
Don King won the first piece,
no. Yeah, so Frank Warren, who knows about what he does, should have made sure that money was put in escrow. And if it wasn't, then say to Daniel, if anything goes wrong here, I'm going to pay you a little bit of the. I've got you. Because why are you down? Because now you're making Daniel Dubois have to pay legal fees to get this all been going. That's a lot of money.
I guess Daniel Dubois was too young to see what Don King did to Mike Tyson.
Of course he was. He's only 21.
Yeah. I guess he missed that one. But
Frank didn't. So Frank is very negligent, in my humble opinion.
You know, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I see. Frank should have been on the ball with this. He really should have.
Of course. It was out of order. So now, for the remainder nine, just under $1 million, because I think Daniel Dubois got paid for over 400,000. I think he was supposed to get paid 1.2. He's now shortfall of 900 and something thousand. I mean, you know, once you know that you're going to be receiving that purse, right? You already start spending that money in your mind already. How do you know that? He was like, right, I'm going to put that deposit on for my house. Actually, I could just buy this house outright. Don't even have to have a mortgage. Do you understand? And then you get, Frank knew what Don King is capable of, knowing that Frank had gone through the same shit with Don King, and Frank has been around as a 70-odd-year-old knowing what the history of Don King. We got the good fights, but he was a robber. Facts. I think it's Frank Warren. He should pay some, cough up some money, mate, and then you go and fucking sue Don King for the rest of it, and let the young lad just go ahead in his career. You just put him straight in a litigation straight away.
The thing is, he's only from what I've heard, Dubois has been paid only from the BT Sports, wherever the viewership or the money was. Only came from the BT Sports. So the money from Don King, nothing from Don King, zero. Why wasn't the money in escrow?
This is what I'm saying. Whenever Don King is involved, make sure you get paid first, or make sure like there's proof of funds. And if there ain't, be like, okay, well, I ain't fighting. I don't give a shit what I signed.
But do you remember how there was Ross Clark running down Eddie Hearn?
Yeah.
For money in escrow from Prince Khalid, who Eddie Hearn's never had a history of not paying fighters. It was all a thing to swerve that fight. Oh, you got to put the money in escrow. How fucking dare you lot? And then look, these lot are fraudulent, a set of frauds. Tyson Fury, Frank Warren. Don't worry, Frank, I will never apply for any of your shows for press. Ever.
Exactly, Chan. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at Okoli. Yeah, he said so much shit about Eddie Hearn, but he didn't mention anything about him not being paid.
Let him go over to where he's going, because he better hope that they treat him as good as Eddie. And
he's an idiot, bro. Okoli's an idiot.
They get him like a limited edition Rolex, that, you know, the one with the brown bezel or whatever he wanted it, and you got that. You know, you got that. That was probably, and you got your purse. You've got the biggest purses that are more than what your marquee value was. That's a fact. And, and then you go ahead and talk about, oh, he's got me being like a slave. That is fucking ridiculous.
Bro, let him go there and fight Richard Riakpo, and then after, when he loses to Riakpo, that's it. His career is done. Eddie
Yeah,
Hearn
if
don't want him back.
Riakpo knocks his ass out, then yeah, what you gonna do then?
Yeah, and then your marquee value, your next person, you're gonna get £100.
Where is he gonna go after that? Well, Sky Sports gonna keep him.
You'd be fighting with Jake Paul.
You become a gatekeeper.
Real talk. If he fights Riakpo and loses, what is his next move? What are his options? Are they gonna don't go crawling back to Eddie?
Eddie won't want him because his marquee value would be done.
No, not even after the bullshit he said. No matter how much money I think you would make for Eddie Hearn, but the bullshit he said about him, bro, you probably ate with him. You probably visited his house. You probably sat with his children.
And that's what you called a man? You called a man something like that?
Yeah, that's a bit deep.
You probably sat with his dad, and his dad probably treat you like with utmost respect. Him guiding your career, and you became what you became because of Eddie Hearn, bro.
Okay, so let me segue into talking about this. We had another dumb person that just said a dumb comment. Clarissa Shields.
Oh, what she do now?
She said that Savannah Marshall wishes that she was her and wishes that she was black. When?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Go on, Ed. Kenny, did you hear that? We'll go around the panel. Kenny, did you hear that comment that Clarissa Shields said about Savannah Marshall wishing that she was black?
Yeah, I heard about it, and then I know like Anthony Fowler said she's been racist, and it's got out of hand, and it's got. But I think the thing with Clarissa Shields is once again, let it go. You can, you've got a massive opportunity to, like I said, beat a good fighter, avenge your loss. Just concentrate on the boxing. Forget her. Why is she in your head? Why is she in your head? You've achieved so much in boxing and the amateurs as well. What is it about this girl from a small town in the northeast that is so effing you up? What is wrong with this girl? She will lose that fight because up there, you know what I mean? Use your boxing ability. Don't go there and make stupid mistakes and lose the fight.
Yeah.
And the thing about Trish Shields, she's got to realise she's fighting in England. Trust me, if it's a 50-50, they'll give it to Savannah Marshall.
I said the same thing.
They'll give it to Savannah Marshall. And so don't be so stupid that getting you're not going to win the battle of wills here. People in this country are back in their game.
Oh, there you are. You in or you out? You in or you out? Hang on, you're going robotic.
He's chopping up.
You're chopping up. Chop up. Kenny's back in the building. It wouldn't be Kenny Ken. It wouldn't be Kenny Ken if he didn't freeze at least 3 times in a live. He has to freeze 3 times in a live.
Chan, it's funny, like how he looks right now is how I look when I get my ice out of the freezer.
He's stupid.
Yeah, I know.
And listen, he's made a point. This is the UK where it's dominantly a white country, dominantly, right? And you're going to say that, like, oh, she thinks she's black. The judges are going to be like, yeah, well, you can't be born. If it's close, we're giving it.
That's right. Yep.
We're giving it to Savannah. She's dumb. She shoots herself in the foot time and time again, Clarissa Shields. And it's pathetic. Guys, if you want to call in, you can call in using my US number, 917-268-9433, or my UK compadres, 0793-953-0676, and voice your opinion. Because there's many opinion that people want to voice, but they may not want to come on the panel, And don't worry, if you say something dumb, we will be telling.
Shut your bitch ass up!
We will be over here. We will be. But go ahead, be brave. If you've got something to say, stand on your square, and I'd love to hear from you. Kenny Ken, are you back? Oh yeah, you're back in the buildings and you're moving again. Go ahead, Ken.
No, all I'm trying to say is that don't give the judges the opportunity. Win that fight. Get your title and do it with your boxing. Let your boxing do the fighting. The fight is already sold. You don't have to sell the fight. I know there's a pressure because it's an all women's event, and let's get it right. It's a unique thing that may not work, But your fight with Savannah Marshall, you've already got the interest, all right? I don't know what the interest is like in the States, but in this country, we are talking about it. We're not even talking about an all-women event. We are talking about you two fighting. All you got to do is the fight sold. Just go there, concentrate. Don't bitch about a girl who's just laughing at you. She's laughing at you. She's thinking, yes, please. She's laughing at you.
In your head. Yeah.
In your head. How can a girl from a bug town not in Hartlepool? She's not even from Newcastle. She's from places where you got some geezer pretending to faking his death and trying to do tax fraud, faking his death and going to Panama. That's all that town's famous for. And you're making that town famous with your stupid big mouth. Because someone just put some bread in that girl's mouth and just
shove it down her mouth. Yeah, I know, because it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Can you imagine if she loses this fight? She'll be 10 times worse. She's lost the fight already.
Yeah, I know.
Please.
It's Savannah Marshall's really in her head, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Savannah Marshall ain't got the ability she's got. She beat you because she had more experience than you, not because she was better than you. She was better than you on the day. She had more experience. It shit happens in boxing.
Yeah.
Just close your mouth. Because I tell you, it goes to the judges' scorecards. She is losing it. They'll give it to her in this country.
Yeah, she's lost, and it's going to be in London. She's lost if that goes to the scorecard. Guys, do you get our points as we're telling you from a UK side?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah.
I still rock with Clarissa. I rock with her.
Sorry, you didn't get your round.
I mean, I think some of it is just I could be wrong, like shock value. You know what I mean? Like she plays the kind of like the villain kind of sorta.
That's gonna get her to lose the fight. That shock value. If it goes to the card,
maybe not.
If it goes to the card,
well, if it goes over there, yeah,
because the fight is over here. The fight is over here. So our UK judges and whatever, they don't care about games, villain, shock value. You've in their heads that you said something that's incited some racially divisive stuff that you don't need to say. It's just doesn't need to be said. Right. So over here, the judges.
It was racist what she said. I think it was.
But they're going to take it as racially divisive and racially charged, aggravating. It's racially aggravating is the word. That it doesn't need to be said. There's no way that you can package that up and say that was appropriate to say. There's no way. No way.
Right.
Can someone tell me? Can someone tell me? Can someone tell me that? No, you can rock with who you want, but no one's trying to change your mind. But we're just trying to tell you.
No. I'm just saying that I still, try to support the system.
Yeah, no, I can't support someone that doesn't at least try and support themselves. You just make it hard. It's just.
Because Chan, it's because Ken pretty much he summed it up best, man. Shout out to Ken, man. Because it's like this win. Me, I really don't care if I'm being honest because I already know she's a hothead, and in comments like that really don't help your case because it's just and it just further proves that maybe she. I was thinking maybe Saploy to sell the fight, but like this Kenny said, it's like you don't have to sell the fight anymore. It's already sold. People are gonna watch it. So why do you continue to come out saying this kind of stuff? And it's because so once I cut you up, I'm almost done. And then
sorry, bud. I didn't mean to rip. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's all good. But then it's like because let's be real. Like I said this before. It's like this. She stands a chance of actually getting knocked out badly in this fight. I'm not gonna lie. So and I think maybe there's a deep-seated fear of just let me just say this stuff just to try to hide my fear and insecurity. You know what I mean? But in the process of you saying this, it still doesn't make sense. It's still you make yourself look foolish. You really are. And it's like I just don't. See, me, it didn't really offend me much because it's just a dumb comment. It's like Savannah Marshall probably read that and probably laughed her ass off. You know what I mean? She probably wasn't even really offended by it.
It's not even so much.
Go ahead, country. She just replied, "A class." That's it. Savannah Marshall.
See, there you go.
It's not even so much of what she says. It's the fact that her attitude is just crap. She's got a bad attitude, and it shows a lot of the times. And people don't like it. It turns people off. And, you know, I mean, she's accomplished. I respect what she's done, but I'm sick and tired of her big mouth. And she's always saying stupid stuff, reacting stupidly. Look at when her brother or whatever sucker punched that old guy. I mean, and, you know, she tried to defend, she tried to defend that. It's like, come on, man. I mean, no.
I don't like her. That's just the
so is it because she's a woman with a big mouth? Because I know like a lot of people.
No, I don't care about man or woman.
No.
A certain type of personality with a big mouth I don't like, and she's not one of them.
Okay.
It's I could care less about skin color or gender or anything. But if you're an arrogant jerk and you got a big mouth, I mean, she's just too much. I mean, there are certain people that are like that. You know, certain fighters throughout that I've seen that I haven't liked. And she just happens to be on that list. But I mean, it's not anything. It's not anything specific of her. It's more just how she chooses to act and what she chooses to say, and she just seems to not care. And she's not endearing herself to anybody. You know, I mean,
we don't like any person that's like that. We don't like Spence Crawford, his attitude shit. Tyson Fury's attitude shit. Deontay Wilder's attitude shit. Clarissa Shields' attitude shit. They've all got. It doesn't matter about their skin color. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't
Even
care about someone.
Lopez, after he started crying about when he lost that fight, it was like, oh my god, dude, shut up! I lost all respect for you now.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, super. It's just the lamest thing to say. Oh, she wishes she was black. You know, we used to hear that when we was growing up in like in school, like when we was kids. And she was black. That is just for us as Brits, by the way. And I'm going to tell you whether you're a black Brit or a white Brit. That is the most cringiest comment you could say, whether you're black or white. We're just like, did she really say that? Cringe.
I mean, because Chan, it's funny you say that because like, you know, you talk about like racial divide and stuff like that. It's like everyone when AJ Wilder was being negotiated, it's like, wait a minute. I mean, it was kind of like it became like you know, a nationality thing. Like, oh, AJ is a Brit, so we can't support him at all. Like all the Americans. So like, wait, the last I checked, both of these brothers, they're both black. Who gives a shit where they're from?
Well, you know what? Honestly, and I hate to bring this up, but there is a little bit of a divide between like the American blacks and blacks not from America. Because I've seen multiple cases of that, and I'm not trying to bring up anything bad or bring up a racist
country. This is to show that you can bring that up.
But I have seen that. I mean, for an example, I mean, this is just an example. There was a college in Connecticut where a lot of the like African Americans didn't like the Africans that were coming to the college from outside the U.S. felt that they didn't go through the same struggle they did, so they shouldn't get the same benefits. And I'm like, wait a minute, but you're both black.
Yeah,
you know?
Furthermore, the Africans are the first blacks. How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
How about that, America? And then you've got the cheek to call yourself African Americans.
You know, I just hate to see that kind of division, you know, because it don't
we're not
make
like
sense.
that over here. Yeah, we're not like that over here, country. We don't rock like that. We just call ourselves black anyway, and we respect that. Well, either the black people here, we're either our parents are either African, like, or our parents are either Caribbean, West Indian. We don't. Do you understand? And even the ones that after we just call ourselves black. We, you know, Afro-Caribbean, Afro. That's the term on a consensus or whatever. Black Brit, black Afro-Caribbean, or black Caribbean, or black African. You understand? We never got. How dare you guys over there call yourself African Americans and then turn up your noses to Africans that are from Africa? Just call yourself Americans then. Fucking joke. Yeah, I've seen it, country.
I'm sorry for the sentence.
Yeah, but it goes both ways because I've seen. It goes both ways though, because I've seen people from other countries have a preconceived notion about, you know, Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? And they think like,
oh, that's what we see. So that's what we know.
That way.
Yeah, that's
well,
what
I'm sorry to bring up a sensitive subject, man.
It's not sensitive. Yeah. It's not sensitive. No one's saying that all is like that, but I've seen it and I'm experiencing it myself. If I just have to be a bottom line, like America don't do themselves any favor. What we're watching is a country that is imploding. So, you know, and that's on all levels, all classes, all races and all genres. Have I said anything wrong? Have I lied? No. Audacity the gall, because the audacity of the gall. If you're calling yourself African American, don't skin up your nose to Africans. Don't skin up your nose. Like, skin up your nose if you want to skin up your nose to black Brits. You shouldn't do, but we'll do it. But you class yourself as African American. I'm African American. We just say we're black. You guys tie yourselves that I'm African American, but then you're going to want to say turn up your nose to Africans.
I say I'm black. I never use the African American term. I just say black too.
The Africans, well, I'm not trying to be divisive, so I'm going to not talk about this.
Just be American then. Like Africans don't lend their name to you and you don't lend your name to them. Africans that come over to America, I don't think they call themselves Americans. I think they call themselves Africans. And if they're probably gone through being patriated or whatever, then maybe they then call themselves African Americans. They would be the true epitome of an African American, in my opinion.
But you know, LadyChann, sorry to cut in, but I think what's happening is that I don't know. I can only speak.
Yeah, but Paul Williams, it goes both ways.
Can you let Kenny speak? Don't address the chat out loud when someone's speaking, Lisa. Go ahead, Kenny Ken.
No, it's just a quick one. I think it's a quick one. I just get it. I don't think it's just it can happen in black areas because I know, like, you know, in America, you know, like there's Hispanic communities, but there's the Puerto Ricans in the east, and there's in Florida you've got the Cubans, and then you know, like in Texas and you know Texas and California, you've got the Mexicans. So there's always going to be differences, and we know here we've got a South Asian community, but India and Pakistan don't get on. Bangladesh and Pakistan don't get on, and both India and Pakistan looking on in Bangladesh. So it's not unique just to black culture in the United States. It happens all over the place where, you know, they bring their cultural, like I said, you know, differences to any area that they are, and it's
Ken. Ken, do we ever say as black Brits, do we look at black Americans as not being black?
What's happens?
Or do we or do we go to Germany when we see black German people? Do we say they're not black because they speak German?
Not at all.
No, we don't do that. They're black.
No, in this country, we tend to look up to black Americans because in terms of like the culture, the music, everything, and you know, like in everything.
It used to be like that. We used to be like that.
I know. Yes, we
had heavy influence until we came into our own. Nobody looks up.
We came to, we're talking in a situation where it's only like in the 21st century. Before the 21st century, I got the feeling when I was growing up that we did look to America. Like for instance, you know, in terms of the music, you know, music, fashion. And you know, obviously the history as well, the history. So, but what's happened?
Would you say fashion now? A little bit? Because we was always,
I think so.
Because we was always like Versace, Moschino, you know, Pele.
But you know,
but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, like in terms of like,
I don't know if we had this
when I was growing up.
As such, did we?
We're not such fashion, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, there's sayings. You know, like. You know the isms. You know, like
we have the slang. I think we have the slang now because of the internet. We have the slang. We have the shared slangs now.
When there was no internet around,
back in the day when we was growing up. Well, I grew up being there anyway. But back in the day, growing up, my British friends didn't have American slangs. No, they didn't. Now they will implement it. American, West Indian with the patois would be like, "Wagwan." Holler at me later. You get me? It would all be mixed up now. No, that's due to the internet. But back in the day, maybe your age group did then. I don't know. I missed that.
But I'm born in 1972. I'm a bit older than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So were they talking American? Did they have Americans? Were they talking American slang like in the late 70s, early 80s? Were they?
Yeah, but when I was growing up, we had programs like Good Times in this country. Back in, we're talking early 80s, late 70s, Good Times.
Know that was
we had different strokes. We had different strokes. We had Skin Up, Huggy Bear. We had those kind of things. And, you know, Soul Train, we used to get a bit of Soul Train on Channel 4. So
Yep.
what?
I didn't know. I grew up watching those in the States. I didn't know those were real.
No, here we had good times. We had
times.
Stanford and Son. We had Stanford and Son here on Channel 4 in the early 80s.
Never knew
So
that.
we had all these influences from all these countries. And obviously we had films. Eddie Murphy was big.
Our films was always American. Well, we had British ones, but I mean, all our blockbusters were the same as their blockbusters. We went to the cinema to watch the blockbuster American films, innit? They make the most blockbuster films, yeah. Kenny, have you frozen again? Yeah. Kenny. Contemplate boxing. Had a Ghanaian family who father disliked me heavily because my family is Nigerian and because I'm American, left me really confused as to why he would dislike me. Well, Ghana and Nigeria, no bueno, that they don't get along. And then I don't know. And hang on, so the Ghanaian family didn't like you because you're American. So you're Nigerian American, African. So the Ghanaian didn't like you because you was Nigerian. I get that. I don't get it, but I know that's a thingy. But I don't know why the Americans it is. He just doesn't like Americans.
It's like the rivalry between the Mexicans from Mexico and Mexican Americans. You got rivalry there. There's there.
Yep.
So I mean, it's crazy. There's a lot of divisions in a lot of groups. A lot of the Mexicans refer to the Mexicans and Mexican Americans as pochos, which is a derogatory term, because they're not part of. They grew up here and they didn't grow up as much of the culture like they did.
Yeah, but we never. Do you understand what I'm saying? Though, country, like we never. Like I've traveled all the way around the world, and I've seen, and we see black people like in France, Spain, Germany. There's never been a conversation that we've had like we go, oh, them German blacks, then they're not really black. I've had that coming onto boxing. I've had channels and I've been on channels and they've told me point blank in my face, you're not really black because you're from the UK. You haven't been through you haven't been through the same struggle.
Well, right, like for instance, one of the terms that some of the Mexican people use, like if they feel like one of their own is acting white, they'll call them a coconut. Brown on the outside, white on the inside.
Yeah, we have that, but that's not why they say British blacks are not really black, because we haven't gone through the same slavery trade as them and haven't gone through the same struggle. So that doesn't make us as black.
Right.
So
right. That's the common.
What color am I then? What one? What other one am I then? What? Pick one. What one?
You caramel.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not really black, I'm just caramel. I never knew that. I never knew that existed until I came on. I swear, because when I grew up in America, I didn't hear these isms and schisms. I think it's just these, I think it's the conscious. Kenny, are you in here or are you out here? I think it's the conscious community lot. Someone has to mute their mic. There's a lot of background noise. Gracias. That's a lot of noise right there. Yeah,
Kenny's frozen and now he's back. He's doubled.
Yeah, he's doubled. Oh shit! I removed the wrong Ken.
Oh, he's here. There he is. Oh wait, no, he's out.
There he is. Yes, Swab. Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Yeah, he's moving again.
You guys are getting it mixed up about different. I mean, like the different. I guess different countries, or I don't know. Not like. Is it the same? Afghanistan?
Like nationality is like for like the countries and stuff, right?
Yeah. But I'm talking about ethnicity to the same,
ethnic stuff.
Yeah, being told that you're not that of that, even though we're all the same. Like I've never looked at a black American guy or a black American woman and gone, well, she's not really black.
Yeah, I mean, Chan, it's like they're overlooking the ethnicity, the nationality. That's
wild. That's fucking wild.
No. It's not like that.
I'll give you an example.
Hang on, not everybody talk. Everyone's getting to talk over each other. It's not that.
I'll be in the chat, okay?
Okay, sis, go ahead. Who was talking first? Country
Swab,
or country?
I believe.
Swab, go ahead, Swab.
I think he's
Swab.
Swab here.
You dropped out.
Yeah, I just wanted to say. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
Go for it.
I'm not going to drop off.
No, it dropped.
Yeah. What I was saying is, what I was saying is, you guys are getting mixed up again. Like, even when it comes to like religion, say I'm a Muslim, but then there's so many sects in there that we don't consider as Muslim because of what they do and what they believe in. So there's differences in everything, even in religion, even like in Christianity,
Shiite
the same
Sunni.
thing.
There's
We
a
don't
big divide between
Shia and Sunnis. Even in Sunnis, there's so many other stuff like these other people do that we don't think, okay, that's not correct. So there's always going to be that argument, regardless of color, religion, this, that, A, B, C. So that shit is going to happen regardless. So nothing to do with race. I mean, it's race and everything else in between.
Well, like, I mean, I get an example. One time I was ran into this like random Mexican dude. I was talking to him, and he asked me about like, you know, where I was from, and I said my family comes from New Mexico, right? The dude had an attitude with me because I said New Mexico, and like got all like kind of huffy and walked away. And it's like, okay, well, New Mexico. He didn't like that I said New Mexico, you know, but it's a state in the United States, you know. I mean, that's just what they call it, you know, and it bothered him. And I'm like, we're interconnected anyway, you know. I mean, the people in New Mexico are a mix of Native and Spanish to begin with, and European, and so is a lot of people in Mexico. It's just there's some subtle cultural differences, but other than that, we're connected. But he didn't, you know, he just didn't like it. I
don't know if it's not offensive. I do think that it's funny that, like, and I'm going to reiterate because I know some people get like, I don't know why they're offended, but I think it's funny that some black Americans call themselves African American, and I've even seen it them taunt and mock African people. I've seen it online myself. I've seen it online, and I'm like, so, and then they'll be like, yeah, I'm for my African brothers and sisters. Like, we keep it black. We this. But then an African person will come on the panel with one of the countries from Africa with their accent, and I've seen them be mocked to death. And it's like, but you just said that you're for your people, or stop.
Opportunist.
Let me just say this, yeah. Let me just say this.
What I'm saying is, just call yourself. If you feel that way, just call yourself American. Don't call yourself African American if you're going to mock Africans. That's it. Go ahead.
What I want to say, look, this conversation goes between every single thing. Even in my own country, people, I speak Pashto. Some families in Afghanistan, they wouldn't give their daughters or let them get married into another Afghan family, which is like, say they're from a different region of Afghanistan that speaks Farsi, for example, or even if they speak Pashto, but just because they're not from that town or that village they're from, they wouldn't give it to them. So even despite of your language might be the same, you might be from the same country, you might eat the same food. So even sometimes the small villages, like if you're from Wembley, I wouldn't give anyone in Greenford. So that shit happens everywhere. So
they do that in Africa. That's not the same thing. That's tribals. That's the tribals. They do that in Africa, like with Nigerian tribes. If you're Igbo, I don't want to put you with the what's the other one? The Igbo. Like that's it. But there's no way that a Nigerian in Nigeria, if they spoke to a Nigerian guy that had Nigerian parents, but he was born in Germany, they wouldn't say he's not Nigerian or he's not black like them. Do you understand? It's black.
No, that's the same thing with me. Then, if I'm born here in the UK, so if I go back to Afghanistan, they don't tell me I'm not Afghan.
Do they just call you the English boy? No, they call you Afghanistan still. You're still Afghani, innit? You're still Afghani, innit? And if there's an Afghanistan person,
of course, they can't take that away from me. Nobody can take that away from me.
So this is my point that I'm making. I've been told point blank period by certain black Americans that I'm not black because I'm from the UK. So that's why that's the first time I've ever that's the first time I've ever heard that. So it made my mind blown, and it wasn't. After that, I heard it a good many a times, and I saw it circulate a good many a times, and I was like, "That's wild." But anyway, such is life.
I mean, Chad, it's funny you say that because like I've been called that That's been said to me in the past as well when I was younger, because of the way I.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
got
because, yeah,
black saying that too.
yeah, because like the way I act and I carry myself, that brings a lot of questions from black people, and people who aren't black have actually told me this too. Like, you don't act like a black person. It actually reminds
Well,
me
let me
of a funny
guess. They
joke
tell
I
you
made.
you act white, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. And it's funny because like this reminds me of a funny joke. It's like the guy said that like he was, I forget his name, but he's a comedian with glasses, and he had like really you know, you could say proper mannerisms. You could say. Then he was saying like he actually decided to sneak up on his neighbor when he was getting money from an ATM. Then his neighbor turned around and said, "Oh, thank God it's you. I thought you were one of the real ones." Like, and I'm like, and I understood what he meant, because it's like, yeah, it's like I've had that happen. It's like, you know, people say, you know, it's like, yeah, so it's like I get it. It's funny because like people saying like I'm not black, and it's like, wait a minute, so why are you saying this? Like, you're not black yourself, so how do black people act? Like, it's becoming a whole, like, you know, like, I mean, even just African Americans, like, it's kind of like I'm African American myself, but I still call myself black. It is what it is.
Listen, AJ, let me just say this.
What it is because you're not this type.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
That's why you're not really black.
I don't sack my pants. I don't use cuz, homie, blood, all that stuff. I don't say none of that.
No,
Yes.
black.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Can I just ask? Andrew Tate, obviously, he's very famous now, very popular. I saw one of his videos or thing. He was saying that, listen, forget about all these colors. He goes, I'll call purple, yellow, red, green. I'll use that scenario. He goes, if you're crossing the street and the same road you go through every day, and a purple person or a group of purple people, they're always those are the people that attack you, or that's so you have a fear of them for a reason. Do you understand? Yeah, or not all purple people are gonna, you know what I mean, are like that group. But if you see them coming, you're going through a dark alley and you see that purple person, and he may not be the same guy that robbed you, but you're gonna be scared. You're gonna hold your shit together, and you know what I mean. You could be frightened. It's not because you're racist or because of this. It's because you have that experience. You've been mugged by that purple person, and the experience I had with the red person. If I cross the street, they won't say nothing to me, even though I'm yellow, for example. So that was a great analogy he used. So like maybe life experiences sometimes is maybe the reason why you think that way.
No, I don't agree. Like, just because if you get robbed by someone of a certain ethnicity, that doesn't mean I think all that ethnicity is like that. No, so I don't agree with that. No. Anyway, let's move along. We're going to go back into the world of boxing.
Yes, we are.
So what else happened in the week of boxing? I'll tell you who we are putting on my done them list. AJ, in it, we're putting on Mo Hooker.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
Mo Hooker is done, guys. Let's talk about it. Mo Hooker is so done. He can't even get the season in afterwards. There's no season.
How do you lose to Blair the Flair Cobb? Woo!
Embarrassing.
Like he wasn't even there, really.
Did you see that, Kenny Ken? That fight? You might not have seen it, Ken. Yeah, we had Blair Cobbs beating I don't know if you know Maurice Hooker. Ken, is he fucking frozen again?
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling him Kenny. I'm gonna start calling him Kenny Freeze.
Yep.
Yeah,
no, Dr. Freeze.
Dr. Freeze. Allegro. Ya llegó el primero.
Ya llegó el primero.
In the building.
Yes.
No.
I think that means.
Oh, you gotta go. That's what. Yeah, Kenny Ken. No, he doesn't know it, but he's gonna go and let us chop it up. Ken, you are the best. Go ahead. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram on the same sort of monocle at Kenny Ken 1972. So thanks for having me on. Next week, I'm going to be about, but I'm going to be going to France for about 10 days. So I need all your advice on how to watch the Anthony Joshua fight. If anyone can tell me if it's on French TV, I'll be happy to watch it. But you know what? It's
when you
massive.
go there, just tell all the black French lot that they're not black. Tell them they're not black.
I'll tell you one thing, right? You go to a Frenchman and you say that, they'll say to you, do you know in France that the leader of the far right, the National Front nearly won the election, and you tell them that, you know what I mean? I think they got problems there when Marie Le Pen, that bitch, nearly, has got a foothold in French politics.
Oh God, I have no clue. See, but I will try and find a way. If you can find, I'll stand fast on the WhatsApp. I'll help you out, Kenny Ken.
Yeah? Oh, thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Right, Kenny Ken, thank you.
Who knows? I might find a French TV station, because if Usyk's getting for free.
No, but they won't have it in France. Yeah, Usyk will have it in Ukraine. They'll have it to Ukraine, which is a great idea. But
you know French. It might be. You know, it's during prime time. I'm sure I'll find a TV station will have it.
Maybe there'll be a pub that'll have it. Do you? Will you have your? Maybe there'll be a pub that'll have it. Will you have your laptop with you? Have you got a laptop or something?
Oh yeah, well, you know, yeah, because I've got
maybe sort you out with a laptop. Maybe, or if you've got an iPad or something, I might can sort you out. You've got an iPad?
Definitely, yeah. Do you know, like, I've got me football duty. Yeah, definitely I will.
So
but you know, I've got me football duties.
Monday then. So you're going to be here next week, Monday.
Next Monday, yeah. But you know, I've got my football duties anyway. So I'm definitely, you know, so they give me, they got me in a deal where I will. They say, look, do this, and I'll get A, B, and C. So I owe them anyway. So I've got to be doing that anyway. So
all right.
Anyway,
we'll get
I must let you guys go, because you got to chop up that fight. So I'll see you later.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Kenny Ken.
Bye, everyone.
LadyChann.
Bye, Ken. We've got All Positive Network in the building. What up, Joe?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm living. You doing good?
First time on the panel.
Yeah, first time on the panel.
Why are we echoing All Positive?
I don't know. Is it echo?
Now it stopped.
Okay.
What up, Dell?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I didn't get a notification. I just logged in. I got you. I'm subscribed to you.
You got to press the notification bell twice till it goes so it says so it goes black. And then it will notify you. Not just pressing it once is a personalized one. You got to press it till it goes black, and it will give you it will give you any time I post on anything.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for joining. What up, Dad? I always see you on Mark's channel. And it's nice for you to come over here and chop it up with us. Is there anything that you want to dive into boxing wise that you saw? Well, we're going to talk about Maurice Hooker. Maurice Hooker.
I want to talk about one thing that no one's talking about. I love women's boxing. I love Esparza. She fought Saturday night. I followed her since the Olympics, and I'm not here to shame anybody, because like I said, I'm a Esparza fan. Her and Estrada was my favorite female fight of all time. It was on the Canelo versus Kovalev undercard. But Esparza really needs to hire a nutritionist, because I mean, I'm not trying to shame her. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like she's not taking this boxing thing serious. I mean, and I'm a fan. I'm just saying this as a fan, and I'm not trying to be funny or shame her. But she really needs to hire a nutritionist, because she's not taking this boxing thing real serious.
He looks rather frumpy.
Yeah, because she makes fights harder than what they should be. She should be one of the top fighters right now. Like, she was Olympian, and when she turned pro, but she's eating herself out of boxing, and I don't like it.
I didn't know she was an Olympian because of her physique. Wouldn't have told me that, but I think that they made that fight look like she won very wide. Maybe I thought Guzman, you know, I think the second half of the fight, Guzman couldn't really get her, so she was out of range. But I think for the first half of the fight, Guzman did stand in the pocket and trade with the big girl.
Exactly.
I have a question for my man's. What's your name, man?
All positive.
All positive.
All positive. Yeah, like you say, you've been following Marlon since she was an Olympian, right? Has she always looked like that?
No, she hasn't always looked like this, because she was the first. She was in the Olympics with Clarissa Shields.
Right.
And she was the first Olympian to get endorsement before Clarissa Shields. So she got an endorsement before Clarissa Shields. So when she turned pro, it was her and Estrada had their beef, and she fought Estrada. The fight was stopped because of the headbutts and the cuts. And then all of a sudden, she just started blowing up. You know,
And do you know what it is? Well, I think I know what it is. Oh no, but he's 3. Maybe it was from her having a baby, and that she hasn't got rid of all of the weight, because remember her son was at the.
Yeah, she got a son.
Yeah. I know she has.
It could be that.
Yeah, but I've seen females have children and lose. It's like, I just don't think she takes it real serious. That's just my opinion. I like her. I'm a fan, and I like her, but I just hate to see her get in the ring. But
it could just be the way she's built. Maybe. I mean, sometimes that happens after a while. Your body changes.
I think it's because of the baby.
I think if she made a conscious effort to change her physique, I think she could.
Then she could do it. Yeah, I'm not saying that.
And once again, I'm not here to fat shame anybody or shame anybody because I'm a fan.
No. We know what you're saying, man. We get it. I mean, we feel. I was thinking the same thing. I mean,
I didn't know anything about her, but thanks. I did pick her to win in the prediction league, and she did. So
me too, on points.
Yeah. So, but was she supposed to? No, what's her name? Because oh my God, is this what she looks like? Is her name Marlene?
Yeah.
Marlene Esparza.
The picture that they've got up here is not the same person. I'm going to show you.
We'll put it up.
On tail of the tape. No fucking way. Hang on.
Because she was wearing that yellow tank top and looked like a big highlight marker.
No, but this can't be. Hang on, one sec, guys. This can't be her. Hang on. Share. Is this her?
That's her.
Yep.
No.
That's her, but she looked much thinner in that picture.
Yeah. Her whole face looks different. I thought I pulled up the wrong fight because I did that the other day and pulled up a wrong fight.
That's the one.
That's her.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep, there she goes. Look at her. She looks like a highlight marker.
What happened then? I thought you guys would I didn't know what she looked like the before. Like, no.
That's what I'm saying. It's like she's 111 pounds, but it looks like she's probably 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah, because when I said that she's 111, I was like, no, because they look like two different weight cats and they was in the ring.
They do.
No, I'm shocked. My bad, and I'm not shaming anybody, but my bad. I didn't know that was the same girl.
Either that or she's been hitting the tamales too much. I don't know, man.
But the thing is, she hasn't got belly fat though. It's not like she's got a tubby belly or nothing.
That's like, I think it's like her upper body, her torso is a lot like, it looks heavy, just heavy.
Yeah,
overall.
just everything heavied up.
And I think that she could fight for she can have more energy if she loses the extra pound. I think she can go down a couple of weights.
Yeah. Now I know what you're saying, who she was. Yeah, then if she lost a few of the pounds, she'd probably be a bit lighter on her feet. But I mean, yeah, Guzman didn't get the win on there. So yeah, that was a good fight though. That was a really good fight. The girls kept that like into a slugfest. This little one over here, she wasn't scared of nothing. She was banging in the pocket straight up.
She was like 4'11 and a half.
She's 4'11, yeah.
I was like, crazy? Whoa.
Yeah, she's 4'11. She is. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's the same. I can't believe this is the same. I can't believe this is the same woman.
You should look at her in the Olympics. Look at her when she was in the Olympics. She was much smaller than that. A better physique than that.
Yeah, something's going
like
on.
I said, this was pre-baby. Like you said, this was pre-baby, but still,
yeah.
Your job is boxing. You should be
you got to keep in shape. So this is the tail of the tape. So she's 5'3" as well, 4'11.5", 111.8. So Guzman came in really small, 109. Gosh, she's tiny.
I'd put her in my pocket, man.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, tiny. They both don't look like. Well, she doesn't look like she was 111. She looked like she could be like 120,
130 probably, if that.
Yeah, because I think she put on after the weigh-in, she probably put on about 15 pounds, maybe.
Rehydrated, yeah. She definitely rehydrated. She
rehydrated to lightweight.
Yeah.
I said it on my thingy. I was like, guys, this looks like this is two different weight categories fighting in the ring. Like, massive difference. You know, you see it with the lads, but I thought, I don't know. I didn't know what this was because I didn't know. Because like I said, I don't really know. I've heard of Guzman before, but I don't know. I'm not really in the know of all the. I just know the women that I know. So I didn't know about this. So I blindly picked who I thought was going to win. And I didn't know she was an Olympian. And I just thought maybe this is some kind of catch weighty thing that they're doing? I had no clue because she just looked much bigger. Wow. Okay, so round of applause to her. She got the win. She got the win. So we'll move on to Maurice Hooker, shall we? Right.
Yeah,
so
he might need to retire, man. Like after something like that, that's just sad. That's
what do you mean, might? What do you mean, might?
okay, I'll say this. I mean, like, honestly, because like he just fought like he wasn't there. Like he just wasn't focused on the task at hand, really. Because like honestly, he should have been able to beat Brother Cobbs, man. Let's be real. You know what I mean? I mean, it's up to him if he wants to continue his career. That's what I'm saying. If he does, but like honestly, if he wants to hang him up, I personally think he probably should. I mean, if his mind's not there, but it's just that I just don't want to. I don't want to write him off because I like Mo Hooker. I really do. You know what I mean? I mean, he's one fighter that I like.
Write him off. He's out. He's out.
He looked like he got up off the sofa to take that fight, man. It was ridiculous.
I was like, did he even train at all? Did he even have a training camp for this?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Oh, terrible! Just terrible.
Yeah, it was horrid. It was horrible. That was bad. He looked like he had no reflexes. He looked like he was under medication, like a zombie.
He felt like he was underwater. That's how he was moving.
Moving forward like he was Herman Munster.
He is no longer called Mighty Mo Hooker. He's officially known as El Terrible now.
Oh,
Terrible. Ya tú sabes. That is for real El Terrible. Yeah, that's what we're calling him now.
I'll pause on what you think.
Yeah. I give it a Blair Klaus for staying active, but yeah, I can't believe he lost that fight, though.
Man, I'm telling you, Blair Cobb needs to fight Rolly.
That would be entertaining. That would be entertaining.
The press conference alone would be comedy gold, man.
That would have to be a co-main event. It would have to be.
Blair Cobbs is a C- fighter. Shelton, isn't he? He's a C- fighter.
Blair Cobb had a good night against a guy who wasn't there. But this is what I think. I believe that if they can't get Virgil a big fight, that will be his next fight.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
That will be his next fight. And he's going to beat the hell out of Blair. He's going to stop Blair Cobb. He's going to beat the shit out of Blair Cobb.
He's going to fuck him up, man.
Man, Blair Cobb does not need to go near Virgil at all. He will die.
But bro, all of these promoters love to make in-house fights.
Yep.
If they can't get the fight that they want, they will get a fight that sells. And no matter what we think of Blair Cobb, because we all think he ain't shit, Blair Cobb versus Virgil Ortiz will sell. Because people will pay to see Blair Cobbs get destroyed.
It will.
Yeah, but he's going to get seriously hurt is the problem, man. I mean, he might end up like seriously hurt or retired.
Hey, that's on him. He signed the contract. If he signs the contract, that's his bad. That's his bad. Virgil is a problem for anybody. I don't give a damn who it is. Boots.
He ain't got good defense though.
Crawford, Spence, he's a problem. Now I'm not saying he gonna beat those guys, but he's a problem for those guys because he's relentless. He's relentless.
Shall we go from where you guys have seen? Where do you see his flaws or his what would be his only flaw? Mine for me is
lack of defense.
Lack of defense for
me. Yeah, he uses his face for defense, Chan.
And punch
he blocks
selection.
Every punch with his face, Chan.
And if McKinson could have, I think he's got decent ring. McKinson's got really good ring generalship and ring IQ, but I think it was pretty much the writing was on the wall that all he was going to do was hit McKinson to the body. Very predictive. So I think that his punch selection is to be questioned because if you're going to do that to a Bud or a Spence, that upper echelon elite 47-pounder, they'll figure you out and you won't be able to effortlessly just land body shots to Bud and to Spence. You won't.
No. Well, you got to understand too, Chan, you got to put in perspective the fact that after he got hit one time by that guy, he had no respect for McKinson. He had no respect for his power. He just started walking him down. Like, this guy can't punch. I'm gonna walk this dude down. Now he wouldn't do that against a Spence or a Crawford because once he goes, yeah, this is something different. Yeah, this is something different.
Fire, man. They return equal fire and equal power, and he'd be like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yeah, let me back up. Let me think about this shit.
Do you think he'd be able to do that to Bud though? Just to keep getting a body shot in?
I don't think he beats Crawford. I don't think he beats Spence. The fight I want to see him in, Chan, I want to see him fight Stanionis. Because no matter what we think about Stanionis, that motherfucker can fight. Stanionis is good.
That'd be a great fight.
Great fight.
You know what else?
And Stanionis ain't scared, and he can punch.
You know what else I'd like to see a fight happen, but it probably never will because Benavidez won't move up. Benavidez should move up and fight Joe Smith Jr.
That'd be a good fight.
That would.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. Now we got to see if Joe Smith has got to fight again because you know he got that construction business, so he might just hang it up.
Okay, so I want to go through what we can look at the welterweights here. Let's have a look here, shall we? Let's have a look.
Yep.
I share screen here. Chrome tab.
Yeah.
You're looking at the ring rankings.
Yeah, let's have
I would like to see Ortiz, and I've said this like 2 days in a row on other panels. Ortiz and Boots. I would like to see one of those guys fight another fighter in the top 10 of their division. This guy's been pro for 6 years and they haven't fought another top 10 fighter yet.
If he can't get Crawford or Spence or Stanionis, I'd like to see him fight Butayev.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, Butayev's pretty.
So, we can see here. So we've got, we've got Spence at number 1, Crawford number 2. We've got Ennis number 3, Ugas number 4, Ortiz Jr. number 5. So who he can have? There you go. Stanionis is just behind him, Shelton. At number 6. Stanionis is undefeated as well.
Yes.
Stanionis
undefeated, and he's the WBA regular champion.
When did that? I've watched the Stanionis fight. I haven't watched loads. When was this last? Who was his last fight?
Butayev.
He fought Butayev.
Yeah.
He beat Butayev.
That was a good fight. That was a
yeah, and
I picked him to lose.
Because I predicted
I lost $200 on that fight. I picked him to lose.
I picked Butayev because I was working on the Boxing Voice at that time, and I picked Butayev.
All right, you guys. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
And I failed. Yeah, Stanionis.
Yeah, I lost 200 on that fight. I picked Butayev. Butayev got his ass kicked.
And I think I've seen him fight before that as well. I may have seen that. Might not have been the first.
Yeah, you saw him fight Delorme. He stopped Delorme like in the 11th round.
No, I thought they went to distance, didn't it?
No, it went to distance. It went to distance. You're right.
That's the first fight I saw him fight, Richard Delorme.
Yeah, I thought Delorme was gonna beat him too. Oh, shit, Stanionis boxed his ears off.
Yeah. So we could have, if we're not gonna get. So who could we match these up? So if these two are out of commission, just these two are out, we are gonna put could these two not fight like this?
No,
because of where they're
network issues and where they are. No, it's not gonna happen in 147.
Because Ennis is with
he's with Showtime. He's not with PBC. He's just trying to Showtime
deal. And then
but here's the thing, AJ. This is why it could happen. Ortiz is now, because Saturday night's fight was an eliminator, right?
Yeah, WBA, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Ortiz is now number 1 in the WBA and the WBO.
The WBO.
So that's why I'm saying, and that's why I'm saying he should fight Stanionis, because Stanionis is the regular WBA champion. If he beats Stanionis,
right. So I thought you were talking about
he's in position for a title shot, and you can't duck him. You gotta fight him. You gotta fight him.
Yeah, no, I mean, sure. I'm in Boots. Not
yeah, no, I was talking about Boots.
Boots is the IBF number 1. He's number 1 in IBF.
Spence. He's IBF for Spence. So so we could get Ortiz Stanionis, and then we could get so he's number 1 Mando for Spence. So if Spence and Crawford doesn't fight, there's Boots and Spence really are supposed to fight, but I don't see that's going to happen. Nope. Let's have it right. And then we've got David Avanesian in the cut. Where do we put Furman, Butayev, Ben? So those are
Furman don't even belong there, if I'm being honest. So.
I think Furman should get out, and they should put these guys forward and put in McKinson should be in this.
By the way, I got a live quote from Thurman on why he won't fight nobody.
Go ahead.
What did he say?
Great. Here we go. Go ahead, country. I think it's like my guy's like Thurman's done nothing in 3 years except fight Barrios, and that gets you a top 10 ranking by the rank.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Al
That's
Heyman's
from
a
the
powerful
country.
man. That's why.
I know.
Al Heyman played that off.
Al's got the magic touch. Yep.
He does. So McKinson. Okay, so Ortiz. So what's this saying? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. What's
Is that
this?
WBO
rankings.
Yeah.
Okay, so McKinson's ranked number 5, Ben number 4. Because you know what, Ben was number 5 in most of the, so he's been nudged up since McKinson's probably lost. So he's taken 4.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I got a question for you guys. What do you think about Ben calling out Boots?
Has he? Has he done that?
He did.
Yes, he did. He even said he knocked him out.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Guys, I have been lacking on my reports. I haven't been doing as many because sometimes
on Ben's last fight when he won, he called out Boots and said that he would knock him out.
When did this happen?
Recently.
Oh God, Conor Ben.
Well,
I don't think Ben could do that.
The thing about Conor Ben, man, I want to see Conor Ben with somebody. I don't have a problem with it. You know, for years I hated his dad, but I do not hate his dad anymore. For the record, I do not.
You're
hate
all
Nigel
positive. That sounds all negative.
I know. I'm a bit. I don't hate. Look, I hated him for the wrong reason. It was my fault. I've hated him since '95. Y'all know why Americans hated Nigel.
He probably beat somebody you like.
I think I know why.
You know why, but it was. Then as I got older, I realized that it probably wasn't his fault. It probably Cleveland probably had those problems that pre-existed before the fight. Yeah, I was looking at that fight live in '95.
I don't have no clue. Sorry.
That was a trap when he beat Gerald McClellan and gave him brain damage.
Okay, because of that. Yeah, okay.
But
that was horrible.
Yeah, it was a horrible.
I mean,
I saw it live that night. I was looking at it live.
I don't think he planned that, did he?
Yeah, I understand. So, like I said, I stopped hating them years ago. Like when they reunited and they went, Gerald McClellan went to the UK and they had the fundraiser for him. So I don't hate the man anymore. But I'm just saying, I really wanted to see Nigel Ben and Eubanks face James Toney back then, and that never happened. But you know how that goes. You know how
that would have been some. Those would have been some great fights.
Oh yeah, these some good fights.
Well, yeah, but I would like to see Conor Ben face somebody. I would like to see it though.
Yeah. So this one is
give Conor Keith. That'd be nice.
Yeah. So we got Ennis as the number 1 there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a vacant number 2 position, I guess. It says here.
Why is there? Why don't they just move people?
Why don't you just move people up?
Well, somebody's promoter's got to send a check in. That's why.
Yeah. So they just want you. So yeah, we've got Ortiz there. Ortiz.
Ben is number 5. Wow. Okay.
3. Ben is number 5 in all of the sanctioning bodies.
Oh, that's
He's just been moved up to 4, as we just saw in the WBO, I think. WBC, Ben should be there at number 5 again.
Thurman number 1, ridiculous.
Number 1, them 2 are never going to fight, but they might fight. But then Ortiz can just fight Thurman, beat him up, take his place, and then be Mando for the WBC too. That's what should happen. Thurman, if you want to,
it won't though.
You two fight. It's Ortiz. It's what promo company is he with?
Golden Boy.
Oh yeah, Golden Boy. My bad. Yeah, so that Golden Boy PBC doesn't work because
Chan, that should happen.
Phone in with Eddie Hearn and that doesn't work usually.
Yeah, that should happen, but it won't though. Yeah.
Could you imagine Ortiz ripping Thurman to the body?
Oh God.
Dead. Thurman would die.
He doesn't get up. He
don't get up. No, because we saw he don't like them shots to the body, mate. And we even saw when Barrios gave him a body shot, he did not like that, did he?
No,
he didn't. No me siento bien.
No, he didn't like that.
Yeah, he didn't like that. So WBA so that was the WBO I was looking at. WBA welterweight rankings. So Stanionis is right there.
Ortiz number 1. There he is.
Number 1. He's the champ, right? The WBA regular.
Why is Thurman ranked so damn high and all this shit? Like he's done nothing at all. Like get him out. I know they paid, but yeah, come on, man.
That's why he's ranked high. Al
This just puts a bad look really on the.
You can't really trust these rankings, innit? I know.
You can't.
So you got Conor Benn at number 4, Ugas at number 5, okay, Ortiz, these two just need to fight. These two.
I mean, that's what I've been wishing for. It's
fight. Yeah, you're right.
I wish one of the sanction advisors would drop a bombshell and said, "Okay, Boots versus Virgil Ortiz in a final eliminator for like one of the
Yeah, do eliminator. That would be.
It won't happen though, unfortunately.
But guys, check this out. Look at how many undefeated fighters are at 147.
Yes.
Why do we have so many undefeated fighters in the top 10?
Because they don't fight.
They don't fight each other.
That's what I was going to say. Nobody's fighting each other.
Like if everybody fought each other, they're losing their rows. Come on now.
They don't fight. Yeah, they're losing their rows, and they all want to have this marquee value of they want it's the Floyd Mayweather class.
I mean, these guys have got to realize a loss does not mean the end of your career.
But that
At all.
The
There's no shame in losing to somebody who's better than you on the night.
But that's the problem. Nowadays, all these boxers and even the fans act like if you get one loss, everything's over and you're done. And all the greats had more than one loss. I mean, look at Muhammad Ali.
Look at Evander Holyfield. He's got 10 losses. Evander Holyfield.
Look at the greatest fighter all time.
Muhammad Ali, 5.
Look how many losses he got.
I know. This is these new booty fans, mate. That's what it is. These new age fans, these little millennials. Okay, we have a phone call coming in. This might be Hawks. Who's calling and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
This is Jesse from Compton.
Oh, what's your name?
Jesse.
Jesse from
Compton.
Compton.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, go ahead. Hi, Jesse from Compton.
No.
Let's have a round of applause. What up, Dow? Let me know what you want to talk about, sir. What do you want to talk about? Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, I think in order for Virgil to actually move up, if he actually wants to, I think it would be wiser of him to petition for the IBF to fight for the number 1 spot, because to my knowledge, the IBF is the most strict when it comes to mandatories, and we would get to see a really good fight in Ennis versus Virgil. That's if he decides to go the IBF route, but who knows if Golden Boy
it's not going to happen.
would even allow that to happen.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
I think
sorry, go ahead.
I don't know, call me a Virgil stan or whatever, but I think Virgil would actually have a good chance of beating Ennis, because if you guys watch his fight, he gets clipped a lot by the right hand. I want to say in the Lipinets fight, he got caught a couple of times, with the right hand. That's why he got a little more on it.
Mm-hmm. I would say, Jesse, as well, that I think that Boots is also quite defensively irresponsible as well. That I would agree with. I think they both take shots, but I've seen Ennis take a few shots that I didn't like within the last 2 fights.
Yeah.
By the way, Chan, even though he knocked out Delorme Arani, he got clipped by him by a right hand. Yeah.
I seen him wobbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took it the last fight.
He gets caught a lot by the overhand right.
Yeah, the overhand right. And also, if you're saying that, Jesse, for Virgil to take the IBF route because of the Mandos, listen, we haven't seen Errol be called up for an IBF Mando in years.
4 years.
And usually,
you are right.
Usually, they're the first ones that will strip you if you don't, if you don't.
So what's going on there?
So
the IBF is holding out for that 3% for that Crawford fight. That's what they're holding out for.
Yeah, do you see how corrupt it is?
Or they could go the Crawford route, because I would say
the WBO route.
Bob and Oscar do have. Yeah, I would say that Oscar and Bob have somewhat of a better relationship than Alman.
He's not with Bob anymore.
Al Heyman and Oscar. I'm sorry?
Remember, he's not with Bob anymore.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could kind of.
Plus, he's not due to fight a mandatory for another 18 months. Remember as well.
Yeah, that WBO. Yeah, you're right. There's no mandatory till that comes around in 18 months, because he's just fulfilled that with Sean Porter. They're holding up the whole welterweight division. Aren't
they really are. I mean, Virgil's really up shit's creek. Really, there's so little he can do.
Yeah, that's quite.
Well, I think the more likely fights would be with Conor Benn, and honestly, you guys said what's his name? What's his name? The Flair dude. What's his name?
Blair
I forgot.
Cobbs. Blair Cobbs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There's some good
All
fights
right, well,
with them.
thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you for calling in, Jesse from Compton. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Jesse.
Shouts out to Jesse from Compton, your sides of town, AJ, California.
Not that far from here.
Who's at a party? There's some good fights, like we said, with the other guys, with Conor Benn. We need to see Conor Benn step up now and really, if he's calling out Boots, let's see it, because you're calling out someone and you ain't been fighting. You've been kind of being carefully guided,
Match.
Yeah. So
when
now
it comes to, I have no issue with him fighting Boots or Virgil. It's just that I see him losing because the styles are all wrong for him. For Conor, I think.
Yeah, does Conor? I want to say Conor. I don't know. I want to say Conor loses, but I don't know why. I don't know.
Plus, Chan, like the Boots and they're big welterweights, and Conor's not big.
He's not that big, is he? No, he's not. No,
I don't think Conor could take Boots' power.
Yeah, that one might knock him from one side. I'd like to just see what it is. Then we got to see it for us to gauge it, don't we? We have to see it though.
Right. I want Conor to fight Avanesian.
No, I'm done with that. I know.
I mean, I said I wanted to see that.
I wanted to see that, and then I was off it because I thought that was going to see AB and Conor Benn, and then that went into the ethos, and then I thought I was going to see Conor Benn with Keith Thurman. That went away, and then I'm hearing the Chris Eubank. Trust me, over here they're making it like we really want to see that fight over here. Eddie's really. We're not. We're not. Nobody's asked for this at all. I'm telling you, none of us.
Honestly, Chan, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's really just a novelty act. That's what that fight is.
But even the novelty, we ain't even asking. I don't know where they're making up this fake. That we want to see this shit. It's fake. None of us have asked.
Now, mind you, the fight happens us to watch it. But no one really wants to see that, though. To be honest, it doesn't. Like Chris, I wish the guy he pick on motherfuckers his own size. Excuse my French.
Yeah, I don't hear anybody here talking about that. Honestly, I don't. There's people I've mentioned it to, and they're like, "Really? Is that what's really going on? Like, why? Oh, because they're dads. Oh, like no one's caring about that. Like they think that's going to be such. It will be listen when it happens. It will be a fight that we will watch. But is it a high demand fight? No, it isn't.
Well, they're not their dads. I mean, everybody was living vicariously off of their dads. The dad's time is gone. It was a great fight, great rivalry, but that's gone. These guys are not their dads. And Chris Eubank is a freaking middleweight, and Conor's a welterweight. I mean, come on. They expect them to fight? Are you kidding?
We've never asked this. This is what I'm saying. It makes no sense at all. Yeah, it's pathetic. Have we got any girls that we're going to put on the why does Anisha Estrada, why did she leave Golden Boy? Because I heard that she said that
there was money.
Good money.
It was money.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, she signed the Top Rank, and also she was in discussions with Matchroom, but Top Rank offered her more.
Yep.
And
Estrada. She got the Top Rank then.
Yeah, she's on Top Rank now. Yep.
Yeah, Julius had her on a live, and she totally answered these questions.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Julius interviewed her. Yeah.
So behind. That's because I'm sleeping when I'm.
If you want to see it, I can send you the link if you want to watch it.
Yeah, send me the link so I can watch it, and then I'll do. Send me it now so you don't forget.
Okay, I'm on it.
And Estrada's not entertaining that Spar's a rematch because that's the fight we've been wanting to see for years.
Yeah,
she doesn't want to do that.
She was like, "I would have knocked out Guzman." She tweeted that straight after the fight.
She probably would have.
She said she can knock out Guzman by blowing on her.
Estrada's a strong girl.
She'd knock her out with an eyelash or something.
What's your name? Where you calling from? This looks like a UK number. Who's this? Hello? I can hear you. Go ahead. Hello? What up?
Oh, yeah. How you doing today, Lady Chan? Dum season.
Who's this? Is this Ronald King Ron the Don?
Yeah, this is Ron from Vermont.
Well, I don't think
How you doing today?
Look like a UK number. I thought that was a UK number. What up, Rimrang the Don? What up, King? What would you like to say? Thank you for calling in. What would you like to say?
No problem. I'm just enjoying the show. You know, boxing is my soap opera, and I like to listen to my soap opera every day. There used to be a time when I actually listened to it and think that some of these things would happen, but now I just kind of listen to it and kind of just look at it as a big chess game.
I know.
I wish that Bowman could fight Conor Ben, but you know what I'm saying. I wish that that certain people like Enos could fight. Who was the guy that everybody wanted him to fight? Like Enos versus maybe Conor Ben also. Like, but I just feel like everybody's locked in. Yeah, Ortiz, because like you got these two different promotions. I think that Ortiz was match for him, right, and then Enos is with Showtime. So like, what's up with the negotiation or merger? I just hear a lot of promise and talk, and I just wonder like how is 2020, 23 going to be, because I don't think it's going to be nothing like 2022. I mean, I just feel like the heavyweight division is all spread out. Like, thank God for Usyk versus AJ, or heavyweight boxing to be dead, besides Gerard Anderson in America. And he don't really got, he got a couple people he can fight. That's the wave, though. It's like, it's a wave in certain networks at certain times of the year, and it's a wave not. Like, Wilder doesn't have nobody to fight. I would think that's going to just flop. And I'm just listening to the conversation, and putting all my stuff in perspective on what to expect, and I expect one big egg at the end of this year, maybe just one more, like 2 more good fights, probably, hopefully.
Yeah, 2 more. What do you think about Canelo and Triple G? Is that under one of your good fights or not? Because we've seen it twice.
Actually, no, that's not. That's kind of reminding me of like Chris Martin versus Luis Ortiz or some shit. Like, no, I'm not looking at that as a big fight, because I got a feeling that GG's gonna look really old against him. I really do believe he's gonna look really old against Canelo.
He's gonna look like what Maurice Hooker looked like with rare clubs. Nobody could look that.
He's gonna. Unfortunately, Triple G's gonna get stopped because he's just too old.
Canelo better stop him. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, if Canelo doesn't stop him,
that's a bad look. That's a bad look.
Because so far I've never had it that Canelo's beat him every time I've did the point score of both fights.
He never beat him decisively.
Yeah.
Never.
I gave him a draw in the second when I did the rewatch and point score. So, in my opinion, Canelo has never beaten Triple G yet. So maybe we'll see it happen. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the second fight, the uncivilized. The third fight's got to be a KO. You're right. Like, it would be uncivilized if it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a KO. I think it's going to be a stoppage, though, because Triple G still got a chance.
I think he's going to stop him to the body. I think he's going to stop him to the body, because Triple G can't take body punches.
The blueprint is there. He doesn't like it to the breadbasket. You don't.
Yeah, I think it's going to be to the body. Yeah, it may be.
I want to hear "Hey No Guy." I want to hear "Hey No Guys" like a No Mas, like a Roberto Duran or some shit. Like, "Hey No Guys, no more." Like, I want to hear him quit.
Yeah, like a No Mas.
Really
I don't know. Like,
that'd
maybe
if he did, man. I'd be surprised, because Triple G,
he's
always such a tough guy.
There will be a retirement after that. There'll be a retirement after that, I'm sure.
The only person I felt like that really ducked GGG was Peter Quillen. I think Peter Quillen ducked him. But like, as far as the guys that I wanted GGG to fight, he never fought. Like, I wish he'd have fought a couple people like at 160.
Sergio Martinez didn't want no parts of him. Like, Cotto didn't want no parts of him. Like, none. Like, everybody was.
Cotto wasn't gonna beat him. Cotto was
no, hell no. He knew. Cotto knew. Cotto knew. Cotto knew. He knew what time it was.
But the fight we all wanted. This is back when no one knew Triple G. It was a guy named Pirov that beat Danny Jacobs.
Oh,
that was supposed to happen.
Yes.
But Pirov hurt his back. He had to retire. He hurt his back.
I remember.
Oh, really?
Pirog was a good fighter. I really like Pirog.
Yeah, he's the first guy to beat Danny Jacobs. Knocked him out.
He knocked him out. Yeah. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Okay.
Jan.
Oh,
Like, I mean, before the knockout, dude, he was styling on Jacobs, bro. I mean, he really was. Like, making a miss, like doing all this inside defensive work, and just knocked him out in 5 rounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Chan. I'll send it to you.
What was that at? 160?
It was a middleweight, yeah.
Okay, dokes.
And then Pirov hurt his back. He had him tied.
He was a decent fighter, but they knew who to pick. Like, I just felt like Danny Jacobs was just too. He was too nice to GG and Canelo. Like, he survived, but I just think he could have did a little bit more.
Yeah, too polite, man. Too polite. got robbed against who did he fight?
John Ryder.
John Ryder. Yeah, that was a robbery on Danny. But I think Danny is. Have we said that he's done? He's done, isn't he? Really?
Probably.
Have you seen the pictures with Danny Jacobs and Angela Simmons? This man is in love. This man is in love.
Are they still dating? I thought they stopped.
They broke up.
Oh, they broke up? Oh, it's even worse then. It's going to be even worse on them if they broke up.
Ages ago.
Oh, if they broke up, it's going to be even worse for his mentality then.
Oh, they broke up but they broke up like literally nearly a year ago. That dating was literally really quick. Because I follow her on Instagram, and then I see him on there, and then literally 2 months later he wasn't.
Oh, that's why he looked so bad in his last fight. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I didn't like the Jaime Munguia fight for him. If I'm being honest, I think that was a risk. If I'm
but when is Munguia gonna step up and fight somebody?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, he needs to step up and his damn self too.
Yeah, he's just not in the building.
Well, I just wanted to call in and chime in real quick.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in, King Ron the Don from
panel. Peace, LadyChann.
Thank you so much. Yay! King Ron the Don is in the building. Toby Bartlett, it was Callie Salon dropped in a tweet once to get some hype behind Eubank Jr. And it all started from there. Callie must have had some good stuff that night. Was a bit bored. Lol. Yeah. We
that guy gives me the creep. I'm sorry. That smile of his
face. I know like, that Joker smile is mad. Guys, if you want to call in, we're heading to the last bits of the show. 917 for my US callers, 917-268-9433. My UK callers 07939530-676. But yeah, I don't like his grade. What else is happening in the week of boxing?
Did you see the zone card over the weekend? Eddie had a card. Smith, Dalton Smith fought.
Yeah, I saw Dalton Smith. Yeah, okay. That was a stoppage. I had Dalton Smith winning, but I thought he was going to win by points. But what round did he stop? Mason. He made Mason's face. He made 8 or 9 rounds. Yeah, he made Mason's face look like it was a blood.
His ass out, man. That was brutal right hands he took.
Did you see his face? It was. I
did.
He just demolished him. Plus,
Johnny Fisher gave us a highlight RKO as well.
I didn't see the Johnny Fisher one, but I heard that was a premature. I heard that the guy got up and was fine to fight, but the ref just waved it off.
Yeah, you could argue that. You could argue that.
UK refs, they just cut everything so damn early.
Yeah, I mean, it's like immediately he fell, and then he waved it off, and then that was the controversy. So then Tony Beatty was spot on. He said that at least give him 4 or 5 seconds, and then if he doesn't get up, then then wave it. So
yeah.
Hey,
I
got a question for you guys. How long before Baumgartner Mayer? Because, man, that's supposed to be coming up pretty soon, isn't it?
About a month. September
10th.
September 10th. That's my birthday.
I can't fucking wait.
You lot know.
That's going to be a great fight, man.
It's going to be a great birthday present, that whole card. Clarissa Shields, Baumgartner. And also, we're trying to get Tasha Jonas and Hannah Rankin.
Oh, Chan, she's fighting Patricia Bogolt. She's not. No, that the material. She's fighting Patricia Bogolt later on
Liverpool.
In the month. I'm not sure where. I'm not sure if it's in Sweden.
Hannah Rankin.
Hannah Rankin's out. Yeah, that's out.
Wow, Hannah, man, you could have been a part of something, an all-female card. Why you don't want to fight?
Didn't she get injured or something?
She wants to hold on to them belts a little bit longer, maybe make some money. But I mean, come on, man, you're supposed to be fighting. That is a good card. Natasha Jonas against Hannah Rankin. I've had them both on my show. both lovely girls. I know Tasha really was sending her the offers. Tasha was sending the offers.
It says Hannah Rankin. One of the guys in the audience says that Hannah Rankin's fighting Terry Harper.
No. That was in. Oh yeah. He's right. That's the discussions. Yeah, that's in the works.
No, how can she? But they're not even in the same weight class.
Exactly. Terry's moving up. Yeah.
What, Terry's? Oh yeah, she's going to move up to junior middle. I did hear this, and I did hear this.
She even put a tweet out that said she's going to work on the bag and it said 154.
Yeah, that's stupid. She's not a 154 pounder. Neither is Natasha, but at least Natasha has knockout power. By the way, she can knock people out, and she can still out. Terry, no bueno para ella.
Look what she did. Look what Rankin did to her last opponent.
Look, we had Baumgartner that made her look like a statue. Then she moved up to 135 because she said she was drained at 130. Moved up, you did your little confidence booster fight, won that, and then now you think that you can go to 154 and challenge fucking Hannah Rankin, who's gonna knock the 9 bells out of you because she's a natural kind of 147 pound or 150 pounder. Like she's that girl. Hannah Rankin built like.
By the way, Chan, it's the fight.
Hang on, go ahead. Go ahead. One second, AJ. Go ahead. Go ahead. All positive.
Was that country?
All positive. Was this all country? Who was talking?
I was just gonna say, can we say the road to destruction? For what's her name?
It's the road to destruction. She's just gonna get another L. Like this is ridiculous. Eddie, man, are you sending her to? Go ahead, AJ. That's crazy for me.
No, I was just gonna say the Jonas Burgo fight. That's for September 3rd in Liverpool. That's when that is.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Liverpool. Yeah, because I can't believe. Okay, so let me write this down. So Harper and Rankin.
Oh God.
Is that fight? Is it in talks?
It's in talks. It hasn't been confirmed yet, I don't think. Yeah, but it's in talks. That's what I've heard.
So Harper's gonna challenge Rankin for what's Rankin? WBO and
WBA and I think she got the WBA belt.
She's unified, but with the smaller belt.
But you got the IBO too?
IBO as well. Yeah, I think there's the IBO as well. That's crazy.
Well, good luck. She's gonna need it.
She's going down.
Oh, I love that song too.
My baby, her whole world's upside down. Sleep will come easy. Yeah, because you're going to be sleeping in that ring, Terry Harper.
Rolls Royce, man, that's one of my favorite songs. I love that whole album.
I just know the Mary J. Blige version. Sorry, I don't know that other person that you said country.
Oh, yeah, Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce. They did the car wash soundtrack.
It's
okay.
Rolls Royce.
Is it? I'm singing the Mary J. Blige version.
They did I Want to Get Next to You. You're a Winner, Babe. They did a bunch of stuff
Car
from
Wash.
the 70s.
The whole
Yeah,
Car
they did
Wash
Car
soundtrack.
Wash too.
Car Wash.
Yeah, that was Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Oh, that fight's still
I
happening?
never knew whoever sang that. I never knew.
I'm gonna shoot you the link to their album.
Let's work. Let's work. Oh, let's go to babe. Let's work. Let's work. Oh God, are you?
That
are you
movie
really,
was hilarious. I got it on DVD.
Yeah. I remember my mum had the movie, and at some point in my life, I did vaguely remember seeing that. But it was a little musical. Country, you're really going to shoot me over the whole album? Are you really going to do that?
If I can find it, I will.
God, I hope you don't find it.
Why not? No, it's a badass album. Let me tell you.
Chan's very selective with her music.
I'm gonna have to. If Country finds it, Country send it. It's all good. Send it.
Okay.
Let me at least give it a one. Give it a one. Is it all disco? Can I go to sleep on it, or is it up tempo?
They got
a little bit of
various songs, man. Like one of their great ones is an old school romantic jam called "I Want to Get Next to You." It was in Car Wash. That was a jam, man. That was a jam, man.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna. AJ, do you know any of this, or is it just me that don't know?
No, I don't. Unfortunately,
Okay,
I'm not sure if you can send me it too. I'd like to listen.
Yeah, it's only fair if you send it to AJ as well and torture him as well.
I haven't no Chan. I'll give it a listen, and then like if I think it's to your standards, I'll let you know. I'll send it to you.
No, I might like it. But if they did I'm Going Down, or not them, they didn't do I'm Going Down. Whoever the lady that did I'm Going Down that Country mentioned, you could send me her album.
Yeah,
she's in Rolls Royce. She's like one of the lead singers.
Oh, she's one of them. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got you. All right, send on. Let's have a go.
Why would I send you something different from what that
I don't know.
was?
Sorry, that my mind wasn't. Sorry, I went to the Twilight Zone. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Had a blonde moment, Country. Yeah, I send it on and let me.
By the way,
So-
I love your singing voice too.
Someone has to. Nobody else does.
I do.
All right, wait a minute now. Here go. Let me play you. This is I Want to Get Next to You.
You can't play it on the live.
Oh, damn.
Copyright issues.
Yeah, you can only play up to like I think a few seconds. Yeah,
Well, I
they're
did a
just
few
like
seconds.
the whole life. Yeah, I know that song now. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this
Oh, that's Diana
world
Ross.
a place.
Oh, that's Diana. Yeah, that's another one.
Oh no! Well, then that sounded exactly like that. So who took who? Who stole from who? Because those chords were definitely the same chords that Diana Ross just sang.
Yeah, well, Diana's was after that Diana Ross song.
Country, you can't play it.
No, I know. I turned down the sound. I'm sorry. I was
Yeah,
just looking
literally.
for it. Go ahead.
They will claim the whole live on here, and they'll take the whole whatever the live makes. They'll take everything.
Right, I don't want to do that to you.
The super chats and all. They'll take it all. They'll be like, "God, I'm like, no." Yeah, that's what they do here because they own it, and that goes the same as anybody plays my music, and they don't have the authority. I can take that. Get over here, but yeah. Thank you, Toby Bartlett. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Do you guys watch bare knuckle boxing?
Hell no.
No, I don't.
Man.
I do on occasion.
Oh, I didn't know for sure because
Rolls Royce. Sorry. Rolls Royce. I thought you said Rolls Royce.
No, Rolls Royce.
No, Lisa told me about these people before, or this. We were talking about them before. Lisa showed me about this, but yes, I know who it is. Yes. Okay, because Lisa knows all the music, so she told me about Rolls Royce, and I think she sent me something that I had to listen to. It wasn't an album. I think it was a specific song. Yeah, that's it. Got it.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
I found the partial album. I found it. I think it's like half. I just put it in the comments for you. There's the link to it.
In the comments. Put it in the private chat. It's better. Put it in the private because then
or in the live chat. I put it in the live chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it won't link in the live chat. If you put it in the private,
the private
won't link in the live because you're not.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Otherwise, everyone just sends links and it won't do it. I wanna get next to you.
Yeah, that's the jam, man. That's
Is that the one? Is that the same one?
Yeah.
Okay, my mum's played that. My mum's played that, so I know that. That just came into my head just now. Okay, so yeah.
My mum
used to play that.
But man, that's a
my mum used to play that.
That is a jam and a half.
Oh, that's all I remember though. I wanna get next to you. I don't know anything else, but I remember my mum playing that. Yeah, my mum did play that. Yeah, she got a nice voice.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, Rolls Royce. Rolls fucking Royce. Put it in the private chat then, country.
I am. I'm working on it.
Oh, are you? Okay, cool. Cool in the morning, gang. I'm just thinking of else what. And there's me, you know. I'm all over this. I'm totally the opposite. I'm like this.
It's hype. You suck at life. You don't want a round three. Worship the queen of your mic. Keep it real. These chicks couldn't wipe my heart.
Glory. I am the ultimate finale. Repel that. Yeah. See, it's the other side of the coin, isn't it? You go from I wanna get next to you to her, isn't it? This nutty Nicki Minaj. I like Nicki Minaj, and I always think, you know, that we should pay homage to the queen of this millennials rap. I love Nicki Minaj. She does some crazy things, but her visuals. Guys, don't you like Nicki Minaj rapping? No, you're not into it because she's a female. Or
No, I love female rappers. I just, I don't.
Oh, you're not into Nicki Minaj.
No, I don't listen to much new hip hop. I'm a little bit older, man.
Yeah, I like the old. No, I like the old head. Yeah. I'm no. I like the old. I'm the kid of Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm a Wu kid. I grew up on Park Hill. I grew up in Dick's Place, and Park Hill was the next street from me. So that was where Wu was. So when I was in, my sister lived on Dick's Place, so I grew up there a lot. So we'd go to Park Hill, and they would do their Wu outdoor concerts, and then they would have their Wu wear shop down at the bottom of the hill in Staten Island. Yeah, so I'm my favorite rapper is DMX, but I do appreciate, as being a female artist, I do appreciate certain other female artists that I like visually and that are quite theatrical and still talented with the pen. And Nicki Minaj is one of them. So shouts out to Nicki Minaj. There we go.
Okay, there you go. It's in the private
Yeah.
chat, but you know what? It's got some extra songs on it, but it's got the whole album.
Yeah, I have it now. It's on my laptop. Just put it up there. Thank you, country. Yeah,
Oh,
I've got
you're
it now.
welcome.
Yeah.
I really like her British accent.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj's British accent is amazing. She does it.
Like, she
She's
could
the
actually
best
pass for being a
American
Brit.
that can do
You
it.
know what I'm saying? She should move over. She'd actually pass.
Yeah, she's one of the only Americans I know that can do a British accent. She's sick at it.
Yeah, you know, I practiced that for years, the British accent. I use it when I'm out in public in places people don't know me, but I would never use it online. So I don't want people to hear me do it online.
Does it work when you're in public?
Oh, it definitely works, man. It works when I'm in public.
Does
but sometimes I have to catch myself online with like saying certain words like cunt and walk and all that stuff. I gotta catch myself from saying it online, you know.
Yeah, actually, I shouldn't even say it, but we say that a lot here. Remy Ma, I love Remy Ma.
Oh, yeah.
Lil Kim, I love Lil Kim. Lady of Rage, rock on. I rock rough and stuff with my Afro puffs. Rage, rock on with your best self.
Yeah, I've always
I am the roughest. Yeah, I am the toughest. When she tried to do a little Jamaican bit in it. Yeah, that's the song that I know of Lady of Rage. Anything else, I don't know anything else that she put out. That's the only one I know. But I loved, hang on. And we used to speak a lot on Twitter about 10 years ago. Foxy Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Powwow. She reached out to me on Twitter. Can you believe it? And I was like, ain't the real Foxy Brown. You are, this ain't it. And she was like, I think you're fly, Ma. And I was like, no. Then I looked at it. It was her verified account. And we kept on talking. I was like, I couldn't believe it. And I talked to her quite a lot back and forth, like on Twitter. Then I don't know. I haven't spoken to her for years. I'd stopped using Twitter for a long time. But shouts out to Foxy Brown.
The last thing I heard Foxy
Gotta take you home tonight is the jam as well. Go ahead.
The last thing I heard on was like Nas' album, one of Nas' last albums. She did a track with Nas and the Firm Reunited.
Yeah, the Firm. Yeah, she's cold. I didn't realize that Foxy Brown, when she was doing all the Il Nana stuff with Jay-Z and that, do you know she was only 16?
Yeah, she was young. Yeah, she was young.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, for the whole phone pressure to undress you, put all up in your ass. She's all saying all of these types of like what she's doing. She was only 16.
She's very young.
I can't believe it.
They even more outraged today.
They made her so sexual like that and promoted that package as if she was like, you know, in her 20s. Like
they didn't care.
Yeah.
They didn't care. I can't believe it. And that's when we saw her at 16. So when she was recording those songs, she could have been 15.
Possibility.
Wild.
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
You remember that do you guys remember that old 80s group Bananarama?
Yeah.
And they did that song I Want Candy.
She's got it. I'm your Venus.
Well, they did that song I Want Candy. The girl was 15.
I want candy.
Yep. The girl was 15 years old when she recorded that.
What, Bananarama? Or was it?
Yeah.
What?
She was 15.
Bananarama. Oh, was she? I don't know who sang that song. I just remember it. But was it someone from Bananarama that did solo then, or something? You're saying?
It was a girl that was the lead singer, and she was. And they sang "I Want Candy." I think it was Bananarama, and she was only 15 years old when they cut that song.
Why is wanting candy? Was that bad? Was it about? I don't know it.
It's not bad, but it just what you were talking about just reminded me of that because you know someone who's like underage and they're like performing like they're an adult,
like they're an adult. Yeah, Lisa loves.
There's a big difference though because what you're talking about, she was overly sexualized.
Yeah, she was in furs and she had the little triangle bikini. Meet me by the VIP, let's powwow. Like she was like that, whisper in my ear like ballers bounce now. Like she was saying that she was all doing. What was she saying? My legs and my thighs and all of that. Remember the words to with her and Blackstreet? Do you remember? Oh baby, gotta get you home with me tonight. Oh. Oh, Fox. What was it? No, stop. Getting my swerve on, Phil Spill Rocks.
I don't remember
So I
that.
trying to get inside there, this VIP. What was it? No, she had licked my lips, and he put his hand on my thighs. I looked in his eyes, and sex was in his eyes or something. You remember? And he was like, "Yeah, you got to go back and look at the bars of that." I used to know the bars of that, like off the top of my head, but I've literally forgotten them. Yeah, it's just what she's saying. Meet me by the VIP. Let's powwow. Like, let's slam. Whisper in my ear like, boo, let's bounce now. Let's leave the club so we can, She's saying all that. You were 16 about powwow.
Yeah.
You better go do your homework.
That's wild, man. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I was shocked that she was only that age. But yeah, anyway, yeah, this turned into a music show. But why not? I'm an artist.
We did that the other night on Julius's live too.
We were talking about movies for like an hour.
Yeah, we were talking about movies.
I think I saw the movies one. I was like, yeah, because I'm not a big movie buff. In the end, I fell asleep. I was like, leave the lads to it. Leave the lads to it. I know this is AJ's bag for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jules's bag, Country's bag. Yeah, I left. Guys, did that guy ever come back?
No.
That
Julius cut him off at one point, and that was it. He did not come back.
That Errol Spence guy, fanboy? You know who I'm talking about? Was it that guy?
No, it was a Tank.
Oh wait. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I think
which one did he cut off?
He cut the Tank fanboy. This was last night. The Tank guy.
Oh no, you're talking about what's his name, Mr. PBC. He sounds drunk all the time.
No,
was it pretty Ricky? Was it pretty Ricky?
No, the guy that he's not. And I've even was on the panel with him, and he was going all the way around with Julius. And
that's pretty Ricky. You're talking about
pretty Ricky. That's pretty Ricky.
He only hangs out in the comments now. He doesn't come on the.
He doesn't jump on the panel. He doesn't. It's like Julius talked to this guy for like 2 hours, and I'm like, bro, I'm just sitting there like, I think I fell asleep. If I'm being honest,
I was typing like this with all aggression, all caps. Get him off.
Yeah, I remember that. I was rolling.
Now. He's fucking up.
LadyChann had the sword out and ready. She wanted
I was livid. I hit Julius afterwards. I said, don't do that again. Don't ever again.
It's revenue for him. What do you care?
His moniker is the homie Ricky, but we call him Pretty Ricky because he's just whacked, man.
Awful. He doesn't know one thing he's talking about.
Well,
none.
Where he got me is when he said you can lose elitely.
How does that even make sense? Like,
I was cracking up laughing. He's like, "You're elite in the way you lose." It's like, oh my god,
he's an idiot. He's just, and then Julius proves the point that he's trying, and then he moves the goalpost and he says something else, and then it's just like, dude, just I can't.
He kept circling back around to his own point. It's just running in circles.
And his own point, there's no point.
What was his name?
Oh, mate.
He goes by the homie Ricky.
Oh, I never heard of him.
And he's an Errol Spence fanboy, like to the umpteenth degree. And he was trying to prove this, and that Bud was this, and Errol Spence was that. And he doesn't even know boxing.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know boxing. When we was like, so when Oscar De La Hoya did this and that, he was like, I don't know. Like, dude, then get the fuck. I said to Julius, furthermore, for people to come on your panel, they're going to have to know a little bit of boxing, or don't let them on.
He kept swearing up and down. He had solid arguments too, and we're just all cringing like, oh my god.
I had the displeasure to be on panel with him once, and I wanted to book a plane ticket, fly to America, I wanted to gouge his eyes out and leave him on the front porch and step on him, and then fly back home, and I would have felt gratified.
Yeah. That's how these fans make you feel. It's like they just really want to put hands on them at times.
You know what, Chan? I can see you doing it too.
I wanted to do it. I was livid. While I was on the panel, I was livid. I wanted to take over. I had to try and show so much restraint and respect that it was Julius, because I wanted to overtalk everyone and just get, just go wild. I just wanted to go wild. Every time he talked, I wanted to just talk over him because I just wanted him to drop off. And then when I saw him come back while I was in my bed, I stayed up for about 2 hours while he was doing that. Then I said, Julius, I can't. It's 5 a.m. I can't do this. Like, this is not what
I remember that.
Yeah, remember, I put it in the chat. I said, guys, I got to go. I was out.
Done them.
I was out. Seething. Yeah, done them. I was seething. I was like, this has been a waste. Like, I got to go. See you lot later.
We all lost brain cells dealing with that.
We lost it. And Drew was like, look what you done. You even let LadyChann, it made LadyChann even leave the show. I was like, yeah, Drew, sorry, I'm out.
Yeah, my question is why is it against the rules to like both Crawford and Spence? Sometimes I get criticized because I I don't have a problem with either guy. I like them both.
Hey,
I'm not a fan.
It's not against the rules. But the problem was, Duke came on with these really whack ass theories, and like he would refuse to budge, and he would just circle around back to what he was trying to say, and he would ignore facts that were told to him. And it was only you kind of had to be there, but it was just whack.
But only then to admit to the facts after 2 hours of going around the mulberry bush, then he would say something that actually backed up what Julius was trying to say in the first place. And he was like, yeah, I said that. But yeah, like you had to be there. It was soul destroying. I was thinking I lost the will to live that day. I was bound to be sentenced 30 years in a US prison for like literally gouging out someone's eyes and stepping
we're sitting there with our head on both.
I think it's like honestly, it's like when you're really that dense, it's like you deserve to have your ass kicked.
Oh, it was bad. It was like all positive. There was nothing positive about it. We were all negative that day, and we're all quite positive people. But he turned us into seething, livid morsels.
I mean, all positive. Like one of his arguments was that I liked that he kept saying is that Errol Spence beat Lamont Peterson.
Okay. What does that got to do with Bud, though?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, what the hell did Lamont Peterson ever do? And welterweight, you know what I mean? Like
with Bud, that was the point. But he used that as like it was. I don't know. Sis, did you watch that when that guy was on there?
Now, I'm sorry because I want to cut this fan off because I know it bothers me.
We're talking about Julius was live with the homie Ricky.
Yeah, the aerosexual guy. I don't know if Lisa saw it.
I think so. What was the issue though?
He's got like a really young sounding voice, and he was going 80 days. Remember, it was about 2 hours that he was trying to just move goalposts, and he was so dumb. Like, and he was just saying things that made no sense. Didn't know anything. I don't think Lisa had seen it because he's been.
I vaguely remember that. Was this recently, right?
It wasn't that long ago, and he even said you were elite. Okay. People were elite in how they lost. I was like, wait a minute, what?
You can have elite losses or something like that. He said.
But what really drove the point home is I asked him. This just confirmed what I believe. I asked him something like, okay, if the Spence Crawford fight happens and if Crawford beats Spence, will you give him credit? He couldn't answer the question. He couldn't. He just kept making excuses about, well, it depends on no. If he wins, points or knockout, will you give him credit? And he couldn't answer.
No, he just could not. And he didn't know anything about boxing at all. Like anything. He was trying to say something about some fight, and then Julius was like, yeah, but when XYZ fought this is like, and he was like, oh, I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that. I'm only knowing that now. It was like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
No, but you know what? You know what? Honestly, LadyChann, you should have seen Julius's reaction the other night. It was, even though it was much shorter, it was worse than when.
Yeah, did you send that to me, AJ?
I'm doing it now. I'm actually.
Jules is going to be on tonight, won't he? He'll be on tonight, won't he?
He was on last night.
He was on last night. He may come on tonight. He's so random.
Yeah, I heard that last night. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard that.
Did you, Lisa?
No, it's okay. We all.
Oh my God, that dude was. Oh, Duran was just a puncher.
You said that? Was that someone we know?
This Tank fanboy. That's what he was saying.
He was saying that Tank had more speed, better footwork, power, and that Duran was just a puncher. And we're just like, what?
And another person who I just sometimes gets a bit under my skin, and the fact that it gets under my skin that his whatever the device he's using, it's such trash quality, is Alexis. Is it Alexis?
Oh yeah, Alexis. Yeah, yeah, no, Alexis. Yeah.
He hasn't been on lately.
Listen, there was a battle with him on with who did he battle the other day?
Swab.
Yeah, and then why does his device sound like that? He sounds like he's underneath coal.
Could be the Wi-Fi provider.
Oh,
it's every single time. Every time. Every time. So and Julius, shouts out to you, Julius. You are a stickler for good audio, and you allow that all the time. I'm just like, it does literally. I have to turn my TV up to 70, like that, to hear what he says. And then when one of the other lads talk, I have to go all the way down. Quick, before my eardrums blow out. Then Alexis is talking. Let me hear what he's got to say. No, it's bad. It's bad. You can't even, you've got to sort that out, mate. If you're going to come on panels, at least have,
Yeah,
you
his
can't
mind
hear,
crackles a lot, man. It really does.
you can't hear, it's just crackling. Yeah, like he loves, he hates Eddie Hearn. I've already sussed that. Hates Eddie Hearn and loves, does he love the PBC?
No.
Yeah. No, who does he love? He hates Eddie Hearn. What I've got gauged is, me and Julius is like, if they're Latina or Latino, he's with them. Yeah. If they're not, there was all bombs dropping, and that's what Julius was like. Yeah, that's what it is. Like Julius was going back and forth with him as well, and Julius was like, it seems like that's what it is, though. Mi hermano, but. Yeah, he gets a bit on my nerves. I've been on panel. I know he's one of you guys, but sometimes I can't really deal with.
No, Julius's head last night almost exploded when that guy said that to him, though, man. I mean, I honestly thought he was going to have a cardiac on them right there on camera.
I tell you who Julius deleted, and they was like, "Well, brother, I'm going to have to leave the panel. Thank you, brother." Who was that?
I know who it is.
Because I have inside information, brother.
Oh, that guy! Oh my God!
Joseph.
That guy was a dick, man. He just thought he knew better, and that and then he just
everyone's a piece of shit compared to him. He knows the best, and that's it. Yeah. I saw Julius just desecrate him the other night, maybe about a month ago. I watched it on playback. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. And then he was like, okay then, brother. Sorry you feel that way. All he does is interject on people. I mean, excuse me. Like, get the fuck off, mate.
Yeah, he kept interrupting Julius big time. He kept interrupting when he was making his point. And it was like, I mean, even some of us were like, dude, shut up. Let him finish this point.
I saw it. I had the displeasure of working with him. I wrote an article, like I was starting to write for his publication, and he's just the same. He just says derogatory stuff because he thinks he's better than people, and I was just like, nah. I blocked him and everything. Fuck off, this, that, you can't. Bye. Throwed him out like a 3-pointer. Swoosh. Like,
you know what I don't understand?
And then I saw him do it for everyone. He's a horrible, nasty piece of work. Just be careful.
You know what I don't
understand?
understand?
I hope you're listening as well.
Julius gets a lot of the nutcases that come to his channel for like no reason. He'll be doing his own thing and they gravitate. And it's crazy. It's
they think they can challenge him.
I guess. I mean, what, AJ, you've seen it. AJ?
So I'm here. Yep. Oh yeah. Every time.
Cases come to Julius's channel. I mean, it's like a freaking like a moth to a light. They just come in droves. It makes me wonder.
That's what I say.
Really, that's where, like, where are these people coming from? Like,
yeah. Who is your leader?
Yeah, that's how this community is. Sorry. That's just how this community is.
But they're going to the wrong place. You're going to Julius's. That knows a lot of boxing, and you're going to the trash.
They don't care.
They don't. They
Well,
don't
but
do that.
the funniest part is when you get the guys who come there that think they know something they don't, and Julius will hit them up with some facts, and they like can't answer, and there's like crickets, and then they sit there and look stupid, and then they realize they look stupid.
Yeah, that's why you should always argue facts. You never argue your opinion and always argue facts. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you should always
Just
do
if you
that.
don't know something, say you don't know it and ask, so then you will know. Well, just shut up. Just be like, sorry, I don't know that. And the stuff I don't know, I'm just like, I don't know, mate. So I'll listen,
Right.
so I will know. But yeah, you can't go to Julius's who knows a lot and then just be talking shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy out here that I've seen it. It's just like, it's quite funny. So I'm glad that dude stays in the chat because he gets desecrated in the chat as well. But yeah, it was Joseph. I see desecrated. I see Alexis V Sawab, and I see the pretty Ricky guy. Oh yeah, and I see someone else. He was in the chat. Shouts out to DJ Drew.
Oh.
Desecration as well. Yeah, you got desecrated as well. I don't know if he's still in the chat. You may be listening, but he was in the chat earlier. He got desecrated as well, and it turned into all this. You bitches turned into that, and I was like, oh no, this isn't the channel where this happens. I was cringing. I was like, oh god. And then Julius just with the facts, and then the more facts that was dumped on Sir, it was more bitch. I was like,
you know what cracked me up is that one fanboy last night. Julius asked him who gave Duran his first loss, and he couldn't answer the question.
Therefore, just say. So why don't he just say I don't know? Who was it?
He couldn't.
He couldn't.
Why didn't? Yeah. So why couldn't he just say I don't know who was it?
Oh. Well, he had to drag it out of him, but halfway through, he finally admitted, all right, I don't know anything about Durant.
He did eventually. So, why are you even on there arguing then if you don't know nothing? You know what I mean?
Like saying, how can you say, what made him draw that Tank is better than Duran? Why Duran?
What? He said what?
He said that Tank Davis was better than a Roberto Duran.
Hold on, repeat that one more time. Did you say he said Tank was better than Durant?
Yes. This was a fanboy.
I thought he was
guy, and he was saying that, and we were like, "What?"
No, you mean Kevin Durant? That's what he said, right?
No. He said Roberto Duran.
Roberto Duran, the hands of stone.
No, man. No.
I thought he was. I got the impression he was saying his feet was better.
He said he
like
had more
faster.
speed, power, better footwork, and that Duran was just a puncher. He said Duran was just a puncher, and that Tank had better power, better footwork, better speed, and more skill.
Tank is a fucking body.
Hello.
We were like, we just.
He had 119 fights.
You know when he fought Sugar Ray, he was like 70-1.
Yeah. Sugar Ray.
Duran
Yeah.
I saw when he was
I've
like,
seen.
What?
Hang on, let me see.
Wasn't he like 37 years old when he beat Iran Barkley?
Iran Barkley. He had already been a pro for over 20 years. Because Duran turned pro.
Yeah.
He turned pro in 68. He beat Barkley in 89.
The year I was born.
He's a ATG. He's a ATG Hall of Famer.
The best lightweight of all time.
I can't put
Roberto Duran.
Yeah, I can't put Tank in that categories. No,
Tank's not a top 15 lightweight all time. You talking about the category?
Tank's best win is Pedraza at this point.
Yes,
that's it.
And I like Tank.
And Pedraza
he's not Durant.
Yeah.
I mean, Tank is a good fighter. He's a good fighter and all, but I mean, come on.
That's not like that. He doesn't fight nobody. You don't fight nobody, man.
Hey, his last fight, he beat up the kid who rides on the short bus.
Yeah. To be honest, yes.
Yeah.
Rolly Romero.
He had Ray Arcel, who also trained other ATGs.
Hold on one second. Hey, Haplotype, we're talking about ring IQ. Boxing Talk, in case you're wondering. That's Julius.
No, I think he's asking who the idiot was on there.
No, he was asking who this Julius guy you guys speak of. Says
okay, Ring IQ. Yeah, Ring IQ. You know Ring IQ.
You got to think Duran fought a very close fight with Hagler. A very close fight with Hagler.
Yeah, he lost.
And he beat Sugar Ray at one point.
Beat Sugar Ray at 47. Gave Sugar Ray's first loss.
I saw see him in a fight in his prime, out his prime. Beaten, yeah, he's one of the best. Well, he is the best lightweight. Come on, 119 fights enough. Let me see, 70 by knockout. Get out of here.
And Duran he won fights he wasn't supposed to win. He wasn't supposed to beat Davey Moore. Duran.
How old was he when he fought Barkley?
He fucked up Davey Moore, man.
How old was
He's older.
Barkley? What was he, like 37 years old?
37.
Yeah, because it was his 21st year as a pro. He turned pro in '68. It was 89 when he beat Barkley, and there was 2 weight classes above his original weight class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This dude was an older fanboy, and he was trying to say Tank was better. I was like, oh my god! I thought Julius's head was gonna explode right there, man. I really did. He was like,
you see, on his first loss, right, was a guy, Jesus, Esteban de Jesus, yeah.
Yep.
He was only like maybe like 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kind of like 13 fights in, and that guy was 32-1, right?
Yeah.
That's the level of comp that you're fighting. So there's no shame you lost to someone that was 32-1 on your 13th fight.
But he ran it back with De Jesus and
I know. He fought him again and he beat him.
Twice,
and he beat him. And I mean, how does Tank get into this conversation?
He's deluded.
That's wild to me. You sent me the link, didn't you, AJ? I'll watch that show back.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a timestamp where it started. That's all.
I think Julius is probably just recovering. He has to recover and not do a live from the sheer draining of that.
There's no shame in.
Okay, hey, dude's handle was Gang Gang 1. His moniker was Gang Gang 1.
Gang 1.
Bang Gang. I don't know. Yeah.
BANG 1.
No, he did ask. Yeah. He asked who the idiot was as well. Yeah.
That's who it was.
Yeah. Gang. Whatever gang you are, don't come over with your gang to here because you will be gang done.
At one point, Julius just cut him off because he couldn't take the stupidity anymore. He's just like, that's it, you're done.
I don't blame you, Jules. Gang, man. Gang your way out of here, mate, because that level of stupidity, I'm scared that it may be contagious. So I can't afford to be hanging out with people that are just so dumb. Yeah, second fight, Jesus was in shape. Okay, yeah. De Jesus. Yeah. Oh God. Guys, so I'm gonna be signing out. Is there anything that you guys wanna say on it? We'll go round and see what y'all wanna say. What you wanna say? You can
LadyChann, thank you for having me on. I'm sorry I can't join you more often, but most of the time when you go live, I'm at work. So otherwise I join you more often.
I know. I'm glad that you can join me whenever you can join me. Can I just tell you that we have on Wednesday, so we're going to have Hasim Rahman Sr. in the building.
Nice.
On Tuesday. But what we are going to be doing, I'm letting y'all know, the first 10 minutes, because I said this before and I didn't do it, the first 10 minutes will be the non-members. If you want to hear the rest of the interview, as when it gets into the deep stuff, it will be on members only. So if you wanna join members only, that's what you're gonna see for $2.99. For those types of things, that's what's gonna happen. So let me know, but that's where we're going with that. So the first 10 minutes, non-members, the rest of the interview, which will be a whole hour and change, will be on the members only. So yeah, and also we will have yesterday I spent the day lining up special guests for the next. So we've got some really interesting special guests. Rick will be coming back as well. well. I was going to have it this week, but I'm a bit full up, as we do now. Bitch, we getting full up. So got to have him next week. I think he's going to be next week. We're going to have Carlos Takam back again as well, talking about some stuff, chopping it up. We're going to have this other guy that's a TV person in San Antonio. He's also a promoter. He chops it up with Eddie Hearn and all different types of people. He hanging out with Snoop Dogg. He brings up boxing and all of this together. He's really a little commodity over there in San Antonio and around. And he flies around. He's got some really good pictures with all of the stars, whether it's boxing and stuff. So he's got his own TV show out there as well. So we'll be having him. I'll let you know his name a bit closer, and we'll be finding out more about him. So so we've got some good, interesting guests in the building. So stand by. Stand by. I'm quite excited because I like talking to people and chopping it up. And then we're going to do a Lewis Mercer rewatch.
Woo!
We're doing Lewis Mercer.
Nice.
I think we may do Lewis Mercer tomorrow. I think we're doing that tomorrow.
I'm down. I'm down for that.
Okay, so we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, yeah.
Well,
so
I hope I'll be around. Oh God.
Are you going out?
I gotta go food shop. Well, if I'm around, I'm here. I gotta go food shopping, and then I gotta go pay this rent.
Yeah, I think by the time I may come on a bit later. So.
Oh, okay, good.
It still depends though, because you're 5 hours. You're not that far behind. Like you may because I may come on at maybe 8 or 9, which is going to be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you may be in or you may be out. Yeah. Well, we'll play it by ear and listen anyway. But
definitely
we'd be in the building. So we'll do Lewis Mercer tomorrow. Then we have like I said, we have Hasim Rahman Senior on Wednesday. I think we're gonna have a special guest on Thursday as well. This Thursday, and then Friday I'm having a day off. Okay. Then we're gonna have the fights. I think there's fights on Saturday. So so we shall. So I want to thank you guys. Let's thank Country in the building.
Thank you, Sadie.
Thank you so much. Country, is there anything that you want to plug? Like Twitter or Instagram or anything?
Not at the present moment.
Not at the present moment. Okay. No worries. And
if I do, I'll come back and I will, I promise.
Yeah, you're always available to do that here. Thank you for coming, Country. And we've got AJ all day in the building. Thank you, AJ, for that massive donation of £70. Massively appreciated. Massively. Thank you so much.
Yay, AJ all day. You know what it is.
AJ all day, done them for life. And Lisa, my sister Bales in the building.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
You're always welcome.
Oh, no problem.
And we have All Positive Network in the building.
Thanks for having me on the panel. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, and I hope this isn't the last time you come on. This is the first time, and you're welcome all day long. You can like Bud, and you can like Spence. You're always welcome. You can like
Hey, All Positive, you on Twitter? You got a Twitter?
You got
I'm on Instagram.
You on Instagram. Plug your Instagram if you want.
All Positive Network. All Positive Network on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like and enjoy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, All Positive. Yeah, Ben Adams, I know. Sorry. We had King Shelton Moore was in the building. Sawar Boxing was in the building. Sports Heaven was in the building. Yeah. And obviously my co-host Kenny Ken was in the building. So I'm gonna thank everybody in the. So let me thank the callers that we had. We had Jesse from Compton. We had who else did we have? Oh yeah, Coach Malachi was in the building. Those are the two callers. And then I would like to thank all my members. Haplo in the building. Modern King Boxing in the building. New Country, thank you for joining. Modern King Boxing, thank you for joining. The Fans Corner, thank you for joining in the building. Nathan Ford in the building. D-Ray in the building. GG in the building. Who else did we have? Dr. P was in the building. Yeah. But, oh, Bold, there you are. Bold, I didn't see you. You was in the building. Why did you come on the panel, Bold? The Bold was in the building. Bold, man. Maybe he was working because he knows that the link is pinned. F2 was in the building. What up, though? Who else do we have? Toby Barlett in the building. Thank you for joining me, Toby. Sir Toby. Who else was joining us? There's a few of us. But you guys, King of King
Mark
Boxing.
Nash.
Yes, that's right. My brother Mark Nash in the building. We love Mark Nash. Mark, I'll see you soon.
UGC Flame.
UGC Flame in the building. Hawk from Maryland was in the building. Thank you, Hawk. Who else did we have? We had, that was Hesse. I think this was Hesse here.
Hey, what time is it over there in the UK right now?
1:43 a.m.
Wow, so
that's early for Chan.
That's early. It's early for me, boy. I tell you. I know. It's right. It's early for me, man.
She be on the
US morning time for.
Yeah. DZ, I'm going to bed at like 6, 7. But I've been trying to get to bed earlier now. I've been doing a little better. DJ, you was in the building. Even though you're crazy in what you say. Even though you crazy, what you say. You crazy what you say. But you was in the building.
Are you guys like a day ahead of us over in the US or?
I'm 5 hours ahead of Eastern Standard.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you? Where are you based?
I'm in California, so Pacific Standard. So you're about 8 hours ahead.
Yeah, 8 hours after you. Yeah, your PST. Yeah, 8 hours. Yup, 8 hours. Yeah, I'm a whole mainly near enough a day ahead of you, kind of. Yeah, half a day at least.
God, I haven't been in the UK in a long time, man. I went to London back in '93, and it was a blast.
Did you? Did you have a blast? Did you love it, country?
I stayed in a hostel in Highgate, and I went to the pubs, and I went running around. I had fun.
Yeah, you got to come back.
Hell yeah! If I come back, we'll have a pint.
We'll have a pint for sure. We'll have a pint or two. I like beer. I like having a cold pint, a bit of Guinness, and a bit of blackcurrant.
I'm warning you now. I'm a lightweight. You might have to carry me afterwards.
I'm a lightweight. No, that will all. That's what we'll do. Probably a pint and maybe a pint and a half, and then that's me. That's really me.
Well,
but maybe I could do shots afterwards. I could do pint and a half, and some shots. Then
dangerous.
And I'm done. Done. But that's me really letting go. But other than that, I can't really do the biggest. I wish I could drink a little bit more sometimes. But because a lot of people are drinkers here. Like it is a really
I've never been a big drinker because every time I was, I paid for it.
I feel
dearly.
sick. Yeah, you feel sick.
Right.
Growing up, passing out, and everything else. I did what?
The throwing up bit is just the bad thing. Yeah, the bad thing. But hey, we'll have a pint anyway. Or and the rest doesn't have to be alcohol. We can have, you can have non-alcoholic shandies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well.
The only thing I will not do kidney pie. I tried it and I couldn't do it.
Steak and kidney pie.
What is that?
Steak and kidney pie. So it's kind of like steak and kidneys. Is it actually steak with kidneys?
You can just smell the urine smell from the kidneys.
No, you can't.
Blew me away.
No,
man. I couldn't do it.
No, I don't know what that. No, that's not how it is. I have beef and mince beef and onion pie. Yeah, I was never big on steak. I don't eat steak and kidney pie either, though. But you can't tell. They're right. These pies with puff pastry, and you can have like chicken and mushroom, steak and kidney, and beef and mince.
I don't mean to drag this out, but I want to ask you a quick question. What the bloody hell is brown sauce? Is that steak sauce?
I don't like it. I don't eat it. It's kind of like,
or is it something else?
Kind of. It's not steak sauce. It's kind of like a ketchup with. It's not. I don't have it. It's a big thing. A lot of people have brown sauce, but it's not as big as it used to be. I don't know what it's compiled of. I just know it's ketchup mixed with something else that makes it brown and have that type of taste. I don't have that. It's kind of like just a sauce. I don't know. I don't do brown sauce, so yeah, it's not one of my. Yeah,
I was over there. I heard of it. I tried it, but I just didn't know what it was. I was like, all right, I tried it. That's good enough.
Yeah, it's just like an English thing. I don't
know.
Like
I said, I couldn't eat that pie though, man. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm not big on steak and kidney either. I never get it. I always get the beef and onion pie. You know, minced beef and onion pie.
Yeah, I could do that.
I don't know. I don't like that. Whatever that chunks of what is in the steak and kidney chunky.
Now,
I just do like.
The only thing I have an issue with is over there. You guys like to drink your beer room temperature, and I like my beer cold.
No. We don't like to drink our beer room temperature. We like it from the draft. Or if we're in the pub and it's in the bottle, we take it from the thingy.
When I was served over in the pub, man. They gave it to me room temperature.
Well, that's a wrong pub. We don't drink room temperature beer. That shit would be fun.
Yeah, I don't. I like cold.
No one does. You was at the wrong place. I've never seen room temperature served anywhere. No. We got even in our houses. That shit goes in the fridge first. If we've bought it like from the supermarket and it's warm beer, we put it straight into the fridge. No, man, we don't. You can't drink warm beer. That's crazy. Yeah, they did a number on you, country. They did a number on you.
Maybe they were just messing with the American, you know, because I was there.
American, he won't tell the fucking difference, will he? Yeah, that's what they probably thought. Horrible. Yeah, that one's wild. But anyway, when you come next time, when you come next time, don't worry, we won't be drinking room temperature. We'll have cold beer. And, won't be having no steak and kidney at all.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I won't be either. That's not my bag either. We had King TJ in the building. What up, King TJ? Who else? Oh, yeah, Big Boys Boxing was in the building. Thanks, Big Boy Boxing, for coming through like a mug. MFB in the building. Who else did we have? Oh, my guys. The 6 o'clock Phantom in the building. What up? It's okay. Better late than never. Knockdown 305 in the building. We had Silvestri in the building. And I think that Ahmed was in the building. Thank you for the super chat, Ahmed, as well. And we had Fish in the building. Thank you. Dr. P, Knockdown, Mark Nash, AJ, Ahmed. Thank you all for those super. Oh, we had Dragon Leg. I didn't see you, Dragon Leg, in the building. I didn't see you. What up, Dragon Leg? Who's in the building? J7 was in the building. Al Money was in the building. Stephen T was in the building. Fight Scores was in the building. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Ardali Pennant was in the building. My Jamaican brethren, Yazimi, in the building. Yes. There's a few of you in the building. And I've got through to everybody. Yeah, that was my Backstreet Boy rendition. Yeah, guys, we've had a great one. I thank you all for coming. Yeah, it was fun. And don't worry, I've got to sort out. Just be a member. There'd be members' lives, there'd be more pop-ups and stuff like that. Not to say that I won't do pop-ups on the non-members, but you know, I will. But yeah, there's lots of different things coming in, and I massively appreciate the support and you guys hanging out with me like gang. So as I always do, you know what I do. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann rep none less. Come box with Shan. Gyan. LadyChann has left the building.
Have a great
LadyChann.
Fight.